This is Nationwide 90 FM, owned and operated by Nationwide News Network. We broadcast from our studios at 6 Bradley Avenue, Kingston 10, Jamaica. Transmitting on the FM 90 band. 90.3 from Peters Rock in St. Andrew and Murphy Hill in St. Anne. Serving Kingston and St. Andrew, St. Catherine, St. Anne, parts of Clarendon, St. Mary, and St. Thomas. 90.5 from Huntley in Manchester, transmitting to St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, Manchester, Clarendon, rural St. Andrew, and parts of St. Thomas. And 90.7 from Cooper's Hill in St. Andrew and Flower Hill in St. James, serving Westmoreland, Hanover, St. James, sections of Trelawney, Kingston, St. Catherine, Clarendon, St. Mary, Portland, and St. Anne. Nationwide 90 FM also broadcasts on the World Wide Web on nationwideradiojm.com and on Flow on channel 916. Nationwide 90 FM, a revolution in media. You're listening to Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
6 o'clock.
From the studios of Nationwide Radio, morning radio the right way. It's Nationwide This Morning.
A very good morning to you. I'm Tona Thomas. Coming up in the news at 6 for this morning, Friday, November 15, 2024. Report shows that 75% of Jamaica's young people have experienced violence in their lifetime. Ruling on trial location in the Mario Dean case expected today. Reggae Industry Association applauds insurance scheme for entertainers and creatives. In regional news, British Virgin Islands signs new Immigration Act into law. In international news, Trump picks a vaccine skeptic RFK Jr. as health secretary. In sports, Reggae Boys suffer first defeat under coach Steve McLaren. And in business, Sagicor appoints Dave Morrison as acting CEO of Advantage General Insurance Company. The details after the break.
Need equipment rental, repair, or sales? The Contractor Center has you covered. We also offer epoxy installation, stamp concrete, and construction chemicals, serving commercial, industrial, construction, and residential industries. Don't let everyday challenges hold you back. Visit us at 26 Shortwood Road or online at contractorcenterja.com or call 876-968-4816.
Catch the first news of the day, a comprehensive package of local, international, sports, and business news. The news at 6 on Nationwide 90 FM.
Now to the details. Over 75% of Jamaica's young people have experienced violence in their lifetime. This was revealed on Thursday during the launch of the Jamaica Violence Against Children and Youth Survey Report 2023. Mahira Stewart has that story.
The sample size of the 2023 study was 1,512 Jamaicans aged 13 to 24. Of this number, 757 were females and 755 were males. According to the study, 3/4 of the nation's young people have experienced violence in some way. 77.2% of females and 77.6% of males said they experienced violence in their youth. The study also revealed that 1 in 4 females and 1 in 10 males have experienced sexual violence. 1 in 3 youth were revealed to have experienced childhood violence from parents or caregivers. Staying on the topic of violence in the homes, 45% of females and 37.9% of males witnessed violence in their home during childhood. As for emotional violence, 37.8% of females and 31% of males are victims. On the topic of community violence, 29.6% of males and 32.4% of females say they felt close to someone who has been murdered. When it came to knowing about gang activity in their schools, 24.1% of females and 32.4% of males said they were aware. 63.1% of females and 66.7% of males say they witnessed violence in their neighborhood. Data was also gathered regarding the awareness of the existence of services for victims of violence. Of the sample size, exactly one half of males and a little less than a half, 49.7%, of females say they knew of a source to seek services for sexual or physical violence. Despite these findings, only 1 in 10 participants who had experienced sexual violence said they sought professional services, and 1 in 5 participants indicated that they sought services for physical violence. Mahiri Stewart for Nationwide News.
The St. James Circuit Court is expected to decide this morning where the trial for 3 police personnel charged in connection with the 2014 death of Mario Dean will be held. The case was adjourned on Thursday after the court could not settle on a transfer location. During the hearing, the court considered 3 potential venues for the trial. These are St. Anne, Trelawney, and Westmoreland. However, after a 2-hour adjournment to review the logistical feasibility of these options, the prosecutor informed Supreme Court Judge Bertram Morrison that each presented significant challenges. The decision is now between St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland. Justice Morrison has expressed a preference to relocate the trial outside of St. James, citing repeated delays since the case first came before the Circuit Court in 2018. Corporal Elaine Stewart, Constables Juliana Cleven and Marlon Grant are facing charges of manslaughter, perverting the course of justice, and misconduct in a public office, following an investigation by the Independent Commission of Investigations Indicom. While in custody, he was allegedly beaten, suffering severe brain injuries. Dean later fell into a coma and died 3 days later at the Cornwall Regional Hospital. The 3 officers were reportedly on duty at the time of the incident. Now, as Jamaica prepares to observe the World Day of Remembrance for road traffic victims this Sunday, November 17, the National Road Safety Council, NRSC, says progress is being made towards achieving a 10% reduction in road fatalities for 2024. This reduction is a key step towards Jamaica's broader goal of a 50% decrease in road deaths by 2030. This is in line with the United Nations' 2nd decade of action for road safety. Siobhan Campbell tells us more.
Recent statistics show a notable decrease in road deaths compared to previous years. As of November 14, there have been 319 fatalities from 276 fatal crashes. That's a marked improvement from the 366 fatalities recorded from 332 crashes in 2023. The reduction comes as Jamaica grapples with a persistent road safety crisis, with vulnerable road users such as motorcyclists, pedestrians, and children comprising a significant portion of the fatalities. To date, motorcyclists account for the largest share with 105 deaths, followed by 59 pedestrians and 20 child fatalities. Executive Director of the NRSC, Paula Fletcher, has expressed optimism about the current downward trend in fatalities. But despite the positive trend, the NRSC is aware of the substantial work ahead. The Council's Vice Chairman, Dr. Lucian Jones, has emphasized the urgency of continued efforts, noting the importance of reducing the road fatality rate to 217 by 2030 to meet the UN target. The NRSC has credited several initiatives for the current reduction in fatalities. These include enhanced police enforcement, updates to the traffic ticketing system, the operationalization of the new Road Traffic Act, and improved emergency response measures. Siobhan Campbell for Nationwide News.
Minister of Finance Favour Williams says eliminating asset tax is high on the list of desires by the private sector. This follows a meeting that Minister Williams convened with members of the private sector organization of Jamaica PSOJ at her ministry's headquarters on Tuesday.
From the persons who are there in the banking industry, and when I speak to other banks outside of this PSOJ meeting as well, top of the list for that industry would be the elimination of the asset tax, because, you know, that was a tax that came in at a time when the Jamaican economy was very weak and needed additional source of revenues. It was promised as a temporary tax, but it's still here. So they reminded me that when it was imposed, it was imposed as temporary. And so, they wanted to discuss time frame, when, what are we going to do. So that was one from the banking sector.
Among those in attendance were PSOJ President Metro Siaga and Commissioner of Customs Dr. Velma Ricketts-Walker. Minister Williams says that the selection process for boards was also a major topic discussed at the meeting.
The government's policy in terms of waste to energy, is that something we're pursuing? They also talked about the new process that we have for selecting directors to boards and public bodies, because that was changed to make it wider. There's a system that's put in place where persons have to indicate their interest by registering, uploading their resumes, and then internally there's a process that you go through in terms of looking at resumes and putting people into different buckets of competencies so that they can be better matched with what the respective board would need. So we talked about that.
Favour Williams, Minister of Finance. Chairman of the Jamaica Reggae Industry Association, JARIA, Ewan Simpson, is welcoming the launch of the Jamaica Entertainers and Creatives Insurance Plan at JESIP, but he says the association has questions about the scheme's sustainability.
An initiative that we have been in discussions with the ministry on for over 4 years or more. It is something that we believe is way overdue. However, we have to have some concerns regarding the sustainability of such a plan. How is it going to be funded, and is it going to be able to handle the insurance needs of various levels of creative in the industry? These are some concerns that we are still hoping that the ministry can work through, and some concerns that we believe can still be answered.
Culture and Entertainment Minister Olivia Grange launched the Jamaica Entertainers and Creatives Insurance Plan JESIP on Tuesday. It provides coverage to practitioners on the National Registry of Entertainment and Creative Industries, or e-registry, who are aged 6 to 75. There's an option to extend coverage up to age 99. Funding for JESIP is provided by the government's Consolidated Fund to the tune of $55 million. Phase 1 provides free group life and personal accident policies with a death benefit of up to $500,000. But Mr. Simpson says the scheme should have a contribution option for entertainment practitioners. He says this would help sustain the plan and increase the threshold coverage that currently exists.
As it stands now, we gather that the insurance is going to be a free offering, but we know what happens with things when they are free. They tend to not be as sustainable as is necessary. And we know that there is a particular maximum threshold for the coverage, which is 500,000, I believe, in one form and 500 in the other, which might well be woefully inadequate for most of the eventualities which will arise. So that is a matter for concern, whether or not there is a provision which doesn't appear to be currently existent for artists in the entertainment industry to be able to make payments to increase their thresholds, to increase their coverage. What is the flexibility that is built into this mechanism? That is something that is going to be critical.
Ewan Simpson, chairman for the Jamaica Reggae Industry Association. Phase 2 of the Jamaica Entertainers and Creatives Insurance Plan will feature group health. It is expected to come on stream in January 2025. Meanwhile, Minister Grange says that the government will remain the sole provider of the existing coverage now being offered in Phase 1 of JESIP.
At this time, there is no plan to do that. We will sustain it. If later on, or even during this plan, practitioners want to get a more sophisticated plan, they can speak to Guardian Life, who are our partners, to see what benefits they can derive by being a part of this plan. As I said at the launch, it will cover you for hospitalization. But if you want to go to 23, you have to pay for that.
Minister Grange insists that the insurance plan will be sustained by the government no matter what.
At this time, we are making sure that we provide this insurance plan to assist the industry. if in the future there are those who would want to pay into a plan, it is something that the government we can look at. There is no objection to that. But at this time, there is a need, and there will always be that need. And so this particular insurance plan will continue to exist. Someone had asked, what if a storm comes and it washes out the green and then orange comes in? And my response was, no administration would dare interfere with this plan. They will have a responsibility to sustain it.
Olivia Grange, a Culture and Entertainment Minister, she was speaking on Nationwide at 5 on Thursday. Councillors on both sides of the political divide in the St. Mary Municipal Corporation are complaining that roads damaged during the passage of Hurricane Beryl have yet to be attended to. They say the roads sustained even more damage with Tropical Storm Raphael. JLP councillor for the Karen Hall Division, Doreen Hutchinson, told the corporation on Thursday that she had to use alternative routes to get to the general monthly meeting because of the effects of overnight rain. She spoke with Nationwide News after the meeting.
Of the roads in the Carinal division because it's a farming belt and most of the drains have turned out on the road. So because of this, all my drains, all the culverts have been totally clogged and I'm not getting anywhere with the parish council with funding to do with cleaning. Up to now, I still have a few road in my division that is still single lane, that have not been totally clear since Beryl because the council did not give the division enough money to do the clearing of roads. So up to now, we still have a few that are just single lanes.
Okay. Doreen Hutchinson, councillor for the Karen Hall Division. Former mayor, PNP councillor for the Belfield Division, Levan Freeman, told the meeting that he has been trying to explain to constituents why roads impacted by Hurricane Beryl were still not cleared or repaired.
Of the roads in the Karen Hall Division because it's a farming belt and most of the drains have turned out on the road. So because of this, all my drains, all the culverts have been totally clogged and I'm not getting anywhere with the parish council with funding to do with cleaning. Up to now, I still have a few road in my division that is still single lane, that have not been totally clear since Beryl because the council.
And we apologize for the wrong audio insert here. The councillors from both sides say several roads have been reduced to single-lane traffic. Others have been scored, and yet others had breakaways that were not being attended to because they had no allocation from the council. Now, Mayor of Port Maria and Chairman of the St. Mary Municipal Corporation, Fitzroy Wilson, has strongly criticized the senior administrative team of the corporation, accusing them of failing the citizens or the residents, rather, of the parish. Mayor Wilson highlighted several shortcomings, citing a lack of performance and accountability across key areas of the corporation's responsibilities due to underperformance by the administrative staff. He says even the councillors were not informed about the contents of the corporation's budget, which is supposed to be prepared by the administrative team.
I've asked for a meeting with all the heads of department and the chairman of committees that we can sit down and iron out. Whether that one such meeting, how can I be leading here and I can sit down with the heads of department for them to tell us as the directors what is it that they are proposing to do to catch up in these areas. We see where the budget should be submitted for next year. Us as directors don't know what the budget items are because we're not privy to that because heads of department don't come along to let us know yet. It cannot continue like this. If it was like this in the beginning, it shall not be like this in the end. Is when you look at this performance audit for all of these people that can come up with a budget for the department. It's pure good, excellent, and they're underperforming.
He was speaking during the corporation's monthly general meeting on Thursday. Mayor Wilson is also raising concerns about the growing complaints from residents and councillors regarding the corporation's failure to clean drains and clear roads. He points out that a lack of coordination between CEO Ethelyn Douglas and Superintendent of Roads and Works Dwayne Johnson has caused delays in moving estimates into action. Addressing the CEO directly, Wilson urged for better coordination and accountability within the team.
Madam CEO, we have a lot of estimates that when the committees ask for estimates to effect repairs at the infirmary, at drains that is broken and flood out people's houses, and roadways, and all type of things, the soup send the estimate, we send them to you. You say you don't get them. And we stand up in the middle with our hands open wide, as if we are praying for divine intervention. I'm asking you to bridge that area there. You see the area where the estimate them and the communication are lost between you and soup office? Put somebody in the middle. Allow the politicians to do politics.
Thank you.
Let the administrative staff do administrative work.
That's right.
Fitzroy Wilson, Mayor of Port Maria. And that's it for the local segment of the news. Up next, the regional and international.
Horton's RX, the caring pharmacy, the Yes We Can pharmacy, the Yes It's in Stock pharmacy, the House Call Delivery pharmacy, the RX Pack mobile app pharmacy, the RX Plus digital wallet pharmacy, the 20% reward pharmacy, the easy to remember number pharmacy, 876 RX0 RXRX, the easy access 24/7 pharmacy, Horton's RX, the convenient pharmacy, #wellness, #simply delivered.
Are you ready to turn your sales and marketing skills into high earnings? Nationwide 90 FM is searching for business development executives to build lasting client relationships. If you have experience across all stages of the sales cycle and possess strong communication, negotiation, and time management skills with a proven sales track record, this opportunity is perfect for you. Join our team and work with the top corporate brands, media agencies, and of course, our on-air personalities. Enjoy networking opportunities, professional growth, and competitive commissions. Ready to take the next step? Send your resume to hr@nationwidenewsnetwork.com today.
In regional and international news this morning, regional news, the British Virgin Islands Governor Daniel Bruce has signed the Immigration and Passport Amendment Act 2024 into law. It paves the way for children, including those born in the Virgin Islands, to non-belonger parents to acquire resident status. The act, which was assented to on November 1, addresses the length of time required to qualify for residence and belonger status. It also sets out the guidelines for awarding status and defines the process for determining immigration quotas. Premier and Minister of Finance Dr. Natalia Wheatley hails the new law as a significant step forward in ensuring greater transparency and accountability in the immigration process. International shares in vaccine makers dropped in early trading on Friday after Donald Trump nominated a vaccine skeptic to be his health secretary. President-elect Trump said on Thursday he has selected Robert F. Kennedy Jr. to lead the Department of Health and Human Services, the United States' top health agency. In a post on X, Kennedy vowed to work to end chronic disease, clean up corruption, and provide Americans with the data they need to make informed decisions. He vowed to Trump he would work to make America healthy again. Kennedy is the son and nephew of two titans of Democratic politics. He ran for president in this year's election as an independent before dropping out in August and endorsing Trump. And that's it for regional and international. Up next, sports.
With Jamaica Automobile Association, membership is a win-win. Enter the JAA Fuel Up promotion and you could win the grand prize of JAA Gold membership for 1 year, plus fuel valued at $240,000. Just purchase, renew or upgrade your JAA membership or use your individual JAA advance card to buy at least $10,000 of fuel a month. So, fuel up! There's also monthly prices of $20,000 in fuel. Enter now. JAA Fuel Up promotion ends December 13, 2024. Conditions apply.
Time for a new look.
And high time to get serious about protecting our home and investment.
It's time to choose BH Paints with over 60 years experience in quality paint finishes. Their products are superior and long-lasting.
Time to check them out.
Ask about BH Paint's 100% acrylic Ultima Plus paint and primer in one. Experience rich colors with advanced UV and mildew-resistant technologies, independently tested by experts. What are you waiting for? Visit a BH Paint's Color Center today.
Shop and win a mega kitchen from Megamart. Spend $6,000 or more before GCT at any Megamart location and fill out the entry form provided for a chance to win a brand new stove, fridge, and microwave this Christmas from Appliance Traders Limited. Visit us on social media to win monthly prizes courtesy of Lasco, Grace Foods, and Facey Commodity Company Limited. Promotion runs from September 30 to December 6. Shop now to win a mega kitchen from Megamart. The best value by far. Conditions apply. Must be 18 years or older to enter. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming, and Lotteries Act.
In your morning sports report, Jamaica's national senior men's football team suffered its first defeat under coach Steve McLaren at the National Stadium on Thursday night. The Reggae Boys lost 1-0 to the United States in the first leg of their CONCACAF Nations League quarter-final. Ricardo Pepi was on target for the U.S. in the 8th minute. Jamaica could have equalized in the 14th minute, but Damari Gray had his penalty saved by the American custodian Matt Turner. Jamaica ended the game with 10 players after defender Mason Holgate was sent off for a second bookable offense. The teams will meet again next Monday in the return leg in St. Louis. England took a winning 3-0 lead in their 5-match T20 International Series against the West Indies after securing a 3-wicket victory in Game 3 in St. Lucia on Thursday night. The West Indies slumped to 37 for 5 before captain Rovman Powell 54 and Romario Shepherd 30 rescued the innings with a 73-run 6-wicket stand. They guided the Windies to a more respectable 145 for 8 as Alzari Joseph chipped in with a 22 not out. Saqib Mahmood and Jamie Overton bagged 3 wickets each. In reply, England comfortably got to 149 for 7 with 4 balls to spare. Sam Curran 41, Liam Livingston 39, and Will Jacks 32 got most runs against Akil Hussain 4 for 22. West Indies captain Rovman Powell admitted that his team was just not good enough on the night.
I think it's a bit disappointing. We keep losing wickets in the power play. We keep losing wickets in clusters as a batting group. It's something we highlighted, but it just didn't come off tonight.
Powell says it is a difficult balancing act going for early runs and keeping wickets intact.
If you lose wickets in clusters, you lose wickets in the power play, then the middle overs just become a rotating factor. You can't go as hard as you'd want in the middle overs and the back end. Fortunately for us today, myself and Sheppy, we found a little partnership and put us to a score where we think we could have defended.
West Indies T20 captain Rovman Powell, Game 4 is on Saturday at the same venue. Finally, in your morning sports, the first 2 semi-finalists in the Issa Digicel Manning Cup will be known today when Group A of the quarter-final round is decided. Jamaica College leads the group with 4 points and need only a draw at home when they face Tivoli this afternoon at 3 to advance. Tivoli are on 3 points and will book their semi-final passage if they beat JC. Kingston College are also on 3 points in second place and will be into the semis if they beat defending champions Mona in their 3 o'clock game at Stadium East. Mona must win to keep their hold on the Manning Cup title. The other 2 semi-finalists will be decided on Saturday when Heidel battles Campion and Excelsior takes on St. Catherine High School. And that's it for your morning sports.
Ready to make every step count? The CB Group UE5K is back for its 13th year, and together we're changing lives. And this year we're aiming for 100 more scholarships, 100 more dreams fulfilled. Join us on Sunday, November 24 at 6:30 a.m. at UE Mona. Let's run for dreams, run for hope, and run for a brighter future at the CB Group UE5K and Run with Passion Kids K. Register now at runningeventsja.com and let's make a difference one step at a time.
In business this morning, Sagicor Group Jamaica Limited says CEO of Advantage General Insurance Company, AGIC, Mark Thompson, has resigned. His resignation is effective October 31, 2024. In a statement to the media on Thursday, Sagicor advised that Mr. Thompson has also stepped down from all of its affiliated boards. In the interim, AGIC's Deputy CEO Dave Morrison will assume the role of acting CEO, managing day-to-day operations. Mr. Morrison, who is a chartered accountant with more than 20 years' experience, rejoined AGIC team in 2019 and was appointed Deputy CEO in September 2023. He has spent more than 10 years combined at AGIC. President and CEO of Sagicor Group Jamaica and Chairman of AGIC, Christopher Zaka, says Mr. Thompson has served Advantage General well over the years and has contributed to key milestones, helping to guide the company's progress. For his part, Mr. Thompson says he's leaving Sagicor with a deep sense of satisfaction in what he has assisted in building and with great optimism for the future of Advantage General Insurance. Mr. Thompson has led AGIC, a member of the Sagicor Group, since July 2007. Sagicor says he was an important part of the transformation of Advantage General Insurance Company, leading the company's commitment to becoming the digital insurer of choice. Overseas, a hacker has been sentenced to 5 years in a U.S. prison for laundering the proceeds of one of the biggest ever cryptocurrency thefts. Ilya Lichtenstein pleaded guilty last year in the case involving the Bitfinex cryptocurrency exchange being hacked in 2016 and the theft of almost 120,000 Bitcoin. He laundered the stolen cryptocurrency with the help of his wife, Heather Morgan, who used the alias Razzle Khan to promote her hip-hop music. At the time of the theft, the Bitcoin was worth around $70 million US, but had risen in value to more than $4.5 billion by the time they were arrested. At today's price, they would be worth more than double that. Deputy Attorney General Lisa Monaco said at the time the $3.6 billion worth of assets recovered in the case was the biggest financial seizure in the Department of Justice's history. Finally now, in foreign exchange trading, the Jamaican dollar has gained 22 cents and will open trading today, selling for an average $159.24 against the benchmark U.S. dollar. The Jamaican dollar has gained $1.19 and will open trading today, selling for an average $114.15 against the Canadian. And finally, the Jamaican has lost 77 cents and will open trading this morning, selling for an average $202.89 against the British pound. That's it for business this morning.
Clearing personal, non-commercial shipments at the port? Avoid the wait. Request a contactless clearance through your agent today. It's more efficient. It's secure. The time by the Jamaica Customs Agency is
6:32.
I don't have no time for whole heap of paperwork. That's why I downloaded and signed up for my 1JN Passport app. Get it all in one go. Download and sign up now. The temperature by the 1JN Passport app is
27 degrees Celsius in capital city Kingston. Out west in Montego Bay, 26 degrees Celsius.
So where you get? The new Popeye's blackened chicken sandwich, my girl. The flavor just hits different.
blackened like it burn up?
Nah man, blackened because of the color of the Louisiana herbs and spices. Blackened like the flavor buck, no breading and the seasoning soaked deep in the chicken. But get yours and try it, cause me nah share here. Get the new Popeye's blackened chicken sandwich, limited time only.
Love that chicken from Popeyes. Does your bra ride up your back? Do your shoulders hurt from carrying the weight of your breasts? These are signs of an ill-fitting bra. When was the last time you were fitted by a bra fit specialist? The bra experts at LaBelle Femme will take care of you. Drop into the store at 53 Lady Musgrave Road, Tuesdays to Saturdays from 10 to 5, and you will see the difference. Or call 876-622-6091. Since 1995, we've been your go-to source for everything related to billiards, amusement machines, and electronics. With locations at 1A Lindsay Terrace, Kingston 10, and the Village Plaza, Big Bridge, Savannah, Lamar, we offer top-quality pool table parts and accessories, cutting-edge gaming machines, and more. We also specialize in assembly, sales, and service of amusement machines. We provide unmatched customer service, expert solutions, and products tailored to your needs. Who are we? We are Eclipse Enterprise. Telephone 876-960-3891.
The Philharmonic Orchestra of Jamaica and the Concert Chorale of Harlem present Éclat Opéra, a breathtaking evening of arias, classics, spirituals, and jazz at the Little Theatre. 2 shows, November 16 and 17. Tickets at Monarch Pharmacy, Sovereign and Barbican, Fontana, Waterloo, Music Mart, and online at Eventbrite. The Philharmonic Orchestra of Jamaica and the Concert Chorale of Harlem in concert November 16 and 17 at the Little Theatre. Main sponsors, the Jamaica Tourist Board and the Chase Fund. Details available on Facebook and the press.
Watch out now. Mad something. Hey, follow me now. Hey, Kuya now. I'm on a set. Well, I say give thanks to the obstacles in our way, because the hurdles teach if we jump and you run up. If everything did smooth every day, we wouldn't know we could overcome. Cause if you don't kill me, I know it's gonna build me. Oh yes, gonna make me stronger. So much stronger. So much stronger. So if you don't try nothing, then you never will fail. But you surely won't get anything done. So you may not just do your thing and learn from your mistakes. Experience teaches wisdom. And you see, if you don't kill me, I know it's gonna build me. Oh yes, gonna make me stronger. Hey, watch out now. Hey, see ya now. You see the hard work and the struggle and the hustle. Build me backbone and me brain cell and me muscle. So we fighting with me brain and not we knuckle. So we not go built under depression or go buckle. Get free understand so disappointment and no nothing no car when one door like about $1 million a woman. But if I 12 we work for, that means we are go on a dozen. We only want we won't no want no trouble. But anyway, give thanks to the obstacles in our way, because the hurdles teach if we jump. I'm on a step. If everything did smooth every day, we wouldn't know we could overcome. Cause if you don't kill me, I know it's gonna build me. Oh yes, gonna make me stronger. I'm on a step. Hey, watch out now. Then me say darkness make we appreciate life, and the certainty of that make we appreciate life. It's time to
Stronger this morning. It's nationwide this morning. Of course, it's the big show, and we're coming in stronger than ever. You know it is. You know it is. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, listeners. So refreshing. You know, Friday morning. Excited to be here. I'm Sandra Roden.
And I'm Tana Thomas. Good morning to you, Sandra.
Wow, good morning, Tana. You know, I like the Friday mornings. You know, on Friday mornings, I know the music German is gonna play. You know.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, on Friday mornings, I have a telepathic thing going on there, and you know, because you know, sometimes when I catch Jermaine on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, he'll surprise me. He'll go back into the 1960s. And then say, you guys don't know this, you know.
You know, you're right.
Yeah, but I'm not going to make him catch me. You know, good morning to you all. It's a beautiful Friday morning. It's November 15th, almost at October just now, but it's November 15th. You know what that means, Tana? We're closer to December, a time of the year that people are going to be intentional about gifting me in December. Actually, I actually don't want to upgrade my phone. I think no that I think this is a 13 Pro. Oh yeah, no. I have an iPhone, Jermaine. Yeah, but I back in the day I would have upgraded it expeditiously, but the features now haven't really changed drastically. So, except the camera, but what to do?
I did see two YouTubers just now, Jermaine, saying no sound. I don't know if you can check. Yeah. Maybe it's something on your end, YouTubers. Those two YouTubers, everybody else seems to be hearing. Yeah. So maybe you should refresh your page and the sound will chip in. But hello to all of you this morning. And I'm not wasting any more time.
Yes,
you know what time
it
is at this hour on a Friday morning. So it's time for the NTM, the NNN News of the Week quiz. You know how we do, where we quiz you, get you ready for the day. Yeah, get your brain active with some questions about news items nationwide reported this week, to see if you guys have been paying attention to our reportage. So the first question of the morning, and this one should be fresh in your minds because we reported on it in the nationwide news at 5. How many kilometers of roads are in the country? How many kilometers of roads are in the country? The Prime Minister mentioned this in Parliament this week. They have been putting the data together, and so far he announced a figure. So what is that figure? It's in the thousands. Enough roads there, Jamaica.
Yeah.
How many kilometers of roads are in the country?
All right, and they're coming in strong, coming in quick. Cleveland, Green, Nevhem, Lenworth, McKinley, Brandon Ormsby is now hearing, and he has that number, which is 27,000 kilometers. Mitchum Face, you're a bit off. You're up in the 127,000. Just take off 100,000 there. And for everybody that has 27,000, you are indeed right. Jacqueline Strong Roden, of course, a very good name there. Gary Thompson, I see you guys. Well, yeah, 27,000. You are right. You guys are indeed correct. I want to see that report that they've been talking about, Tana, to see what really is happening. Cause boy, since the heavy rains recently, I have driven on some roads, Tana. My God, man.
Yeah.
Whew.
The complaints are plenty.
Whew.
So I believe this weekend as well, the National Works Agency will be starting up again road repairs across 5 parishes.
No, man, they need to, because trust me,
under reach. So.
It was they started fixing some roads, and then the rains came.
That's
and
the problem.
Yeah, just opened those holes, or probably even bigger. But second question: which Anglican bishop is set to retire from full-time service in December this year? Which Anglican bishop is set to retire from full-time service in December this year?
Yeah. That Anglican bishop was in the news, reported on for that retirement announcement, as well as he was reacting to another announcement coming out of the United Kingdom. So that one should be fresh in your minds as well. And I do see some answers coming in to that question. The question again, which Anglican bishop is set to retire from full-time service in December this year? And who's up first? Juliet did say Gregory, but we didn't get the first name. Sharifa Griffith. So it's the first person with the full name.
Yes.
Howard Gregory is the answer. Mark Greensword saying Gregory. Ursuline Bowen saying Gregory. Yeah. Chief of Staff Glenn Wilbert. No, it's not the Archbishop of Canterbury. There is a question. But he did comment on, he did react to that news coming out of the UK. But everybody's saying Howard Gregory, Robert Lords, and Kizzy Reed. All of you are correct who said Howard Gregory. Number 3, true or false? The Tax Administration Jamaica, TAJ, is projected to invest more than $11 billion in capital projects to modernize, upgrade, and construct new tax offices across Jamaica over the next 3 years. It goes so or not goes so. True or false? TAJ is projected to invest more than $11 billion in capital projects to modernize, upgrade, and construct new tax offices across Jamaica over the next 3 years.
Yeah,
True or false?
Cleveland Green out of the blocks, giving you the gold medal this morning for being up and early and out. You are first out. Juliet Lynn said yes, but I preferred if you said true. Ken Youth Mullins, Robert Leos, Mona Smith, Mickey Robinson, Shins Law Boss, Errol Tones, and PB Angela Jones, Mark Greenwood. Yes, you guys have gotten it true, and I indeed love the modernization, Tana, because I recently found out about another service that I could pay for online, and I was like, isn't God good? It was just beautiful. You know, I was thinking about the stress of going to tax office, but it's not actually that bad depending on which tax office you go to, because if I have to go in person, I go downtown, and it does not take the entire day.
Really?
Yeah, I go downtown. So I don't know what happened, but when they expanded the spaces down there, and, you know, I think they got more cashiers and all of that, I don't know, the times I've went, it's been a pretty smooth process. I go in, I stand in line like everybody else, and I get through in a quick enough time. I'll spend an hour in tax office. If you're doing other services upstairs as well, you don't have a really long wait time. I know I've been to other tax offices, I won't call names, but I think more where people go more often. There I know I'd have to wait, so I'd have to go really, really early or really, really late. But yeah, I normally go downtown now because it's fast for me. So $11 billion indeed. So next question, which member of parliament is calling on the government to take over the maintenance of roads in housing schemes across the country? I repeat, which MP is calling on the government to take over the maintenance of roads in housing schemes across the country?
Yeah, this was another one that was said in the House of Representatives this week. So that should be fresh in your mind as well. Which MP made this call to take over the maintenance of roads and housing schemes across Jamaica? Cheerful Birds is saying Philip. No, that's not the one. Cleveland Green again.
No, Cleveland. I give you another gold medal at this. I think it's 3 gone so far. No?
With Everell Warmington.
Yes, triple.
Answer. Greensword, Mark Greensword saying warn me that Devon White, full disclosure, Mona Smith, PB, Ryan Wright, Glenn Brandon Ormsby, all of you who are saying Everell Warmington, Curry B, Dalton Seaton, Clover, Blagrove, all of you saying Everett Warmington, that's the correct answer. At number 5, how many farmers were affected by the passage of Tropical Storm Raphael? The preliminary number. How many farmers, preliminary numbers, were affected by the passage of Tropical Storm Raphael? And that answer was given on Nationwide this morning when we spoke with the Agriculture Minister earlier this week. So what's the answer? How many farmers, preliminarily, were affected by the passage of Tropical Storm Raphael? What's the answer? Brandon Ormsby saying 30,000. No, that's not the answer. Whole heap, man. That's a whole heap. No, it's not that much. Not that many, rather. Brandon Ormsby again trying with 3,000. You're close now, but that's not the answer. Mark Greensword saying 40,000. PB saying 400,000 PB. No. That's not the answer. Ormsby is the closest.
Let me give them.
Why is everybody saying so many? It's not that. It's okay. Let me give you a hint. It's not over 6,000. Verley Green saying 600. No, that's a little bit, man.
It's not 2,500. Yeah.
Yeah, Shine's Law Boss saying 7,000. You're close as well, but it's lower than 7,000. Mark Greensworth saying 2,500.
Nice times. Nice times has got it. Nice times, you got the gold medal this time. It's indeed 5,000 farmers. The preliminary estimate, as it were, 5,000 farmers were affected by the passage of Tropical Storm Raphael. And trust me, I have been to some remote areas of Jamaica recently, Tana, and I see the impacts of these storms and hurricanes from a different perspective, from a coastal perspective, and it's pretty interesting to know. So the next question is, approximately how much will be spent to do pavement repairs on just over 70 roadways across the 5 parishes? Approximately how much will be spent to do pavement repairs on just over 70 roadways across the 5 parishes, and of course that is in the millions.
Yeah, that announcement was made by the NWA this week. That work is set to get underway this weekend across those 5 parishes. So how much? 40 billion. No, man, Brandon. That's the whole...
No, that's
the Spark program's money. It's in the millions.
It's in the millions. You see, I give you guys clues and
Ken Youth Mulling saying 500 million.
It's just not 70 road. Come on, people.
Not that much. Horace Walker saying 300 million. No, man.
No. All right, let me give you a clue. It's under
170.
Yes, it's under 170 million.
Nobody with the answer.
Don't let the producer take us out before I get it in a comment. It's under 170 million. It's where's
people
Cleveland?
causing a whole lot of money, you know.
No, man.
700 million. No. 23 million. No.
It's under 170 million. Don't see it near close. Cyber X. Brandon Ormsby, it's 150 million, pardon. 150 million had a Steve Harvey moment just here, but it's 150 million indeed. You guys are correct. Jermaine is just telling us to wrap up. So, yes, that is
We could return a bit later with the rest of the quiz, but thank you guys so much for participating. You're always on the ball.
Indeed.
Youth in conflict with the law can get a second chance through child diversion. For more information, visit moj.gov.jm. The time by the Ministry of Justice is
6:51.
Improving our relationship with you.
The Passport Immigration and Citizenship Agency, PICA, is improving its relationship with you, our valued customer. Our new customer relationship management system will help us to better understand your needs, communicate with you, and address your issues faster. Contact us online and let us help you. The new system is a joint project of PICA and the Transformation Implementation Unit.
Improving our relationship.
Building a better public sector for all.
Unique Living's new arrivals are here. Revamp your space with sleek, fixed and sliding show panels, shower systems and faucets, stylish vanities, basins and kitchen sinks, closet and storage solutions, hanging aids and more. Available in different finishes and sizes to match your style. Visit them today and transform your space at shop number 630 Dunrobin Avenue, Kingston 10. Call 876-755-3661 or visit their website at uniquelivingja.com to shop.
Join Rhino Jamaica Limited for the Island Planters pop-up sale. Come find your perfect planter pot at the Mosaic Marketplace, 22 Barbican Road, Kingston 6. On Saturday, November 16 and 23rd from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Enjoy unbeatable discounts on a wide selection of planters, plus chances to win prizes and surprises throughout the day. Spruce up your home or start checking off your Christmas list with Island Planters. This is the ultimate planter sale of the year. Don't miss out. Brought to you by Rhino Jamaica Limited.
When last you get good bun, you don't know good bun until you have a mother's bakery bun. From you pull out the wrapper and it's soft so till. A sub bun for nice. And from when you take the first bite, love it so till. till. A sub bun for nice. Beg your piece.
Get your own mother's bakery bun.
I will buy one off you.
Yes, but I will charge a convenience fee.
I will take one.
Me too. Mother's Bakery Buns. A so bun for nice. Try them today.
Street Smart and the JUTC Morning Commute is brought to you by JUTC, your route to excellence.
Alright, when you hear those horns, you know what time it is. It is indeed Street Smart. And of course, we have Ludlow McLean. He is out there looking at what's happening on the nation's roads. Good morning, Ludlow.
Good morning, Sandre, and good morning, Tana.
Hey to you, Ludlow.
To all our listeners and the motoring public, the commuters. Welcome to, it's a bright and sunny morning, so please be energized, take advantage of the sun, and get your vitamin D. All right? And the roadways has been, from as early as 5 o'clock, even before that. But the main ones have been busy along. All of those of you are coming out of the St. Catherine area, coming out of Old Harbour, using the Old Harbour roundabout, the Spanish Town bypass. If you're coming on the St. John's Road and you're heading to the bypass, all these roads have been busy since morning. Lots of traffic heading eastbound, heading into Kingston. Those of you who are coming out of Portmore, it's the same thing. So lots of busy Friday morning. But time does not allow, so we take you back to the studios. It's back to you, Sondre.
All right. Thank you so much, Ludlow. I just like hearing what's happening on the roads. Thank you, Ludlow.
Street Smart and the JUTC Morning Commute was brought to you by JUTC, your route to excellence.
Your word of the day, spelled ABINITIO, spelled ABINITIO.
Ab initio. Ab initio. Ab initio.
Ab initio is your word of the day, an adverb simply meaning from the beginning. Ab initio, dictionary.com telling us this word was first recorded in the 1600s to use it in a sentence when reconstructing the historical site. The archaeologists worked ab initio, piecing together clues from scratch. Ab initio, from the beginning, is the definition of your word of the day. Up next, your features at the top of the hour, the news.
Let's talk about the ways you can best ready your body and mind when you're trying to conceive. In parenting tips today, how to prepare your body for pregnancy. Here are some of the steps to consider. Catalog your family history. Your family's health issues can become your health issues, or at least play a part in the way your doctor addresses your questions about fertility. Certain hereditary cancers like breast cancer, ovarian cancer, cervical cancer, and uterine cancer can impact fertility. Other health issues, too, may have an impact, such as diabetes, hypertension, or blood clotting disorders. Start tracking your ovulation. You might not yet know much about your fertile window, the time of the month when you can get pregnant. Enter ovulation tracking, which can be done through various methods. For example, phone apps. Start taking prenatal vitamins. The best time to get in the habit of taking a prenatal vitamin is before you're pregnant. Prenatals help sustain and nourish both you and eventually the little life growing inside of you. Get a handle on your stress. There's a lot of value in stress reduction that can impact your overall well-being, which can affect your fertility. High stress levels can also have a direct impact on your menstrual cycle. This can cause you to stop having a period or even to have your period too often, which can affect your ability to get pregnant. Optimize your diet. If you've been meaning to up your eating habits, now's the time to revamp them. Try embracing a diet that trends toward lower carbohydrate intake, increased intake of protein and healthy fats, lots of fruits and vegetables. Quit smoking. Smoking is a known risk factor for infertility. Anything we take in, such as cigarettes or marijuana, goes into the bloodstream and transits through the body. All of the compounds in cigarette smoke end up deposited throughout the body, including the ovaries. Scale back on caffeine. Try limiting yourself to no more than 2 caffeinated beverages, including coffee, tea, and soda, per day when you're trying to conceive. Talk to your doctor about your medications. A range of medications can affect your ability to conceive and can have an impact on your fetus once you become pregnant. If you're trying for pregnancy, review your prescription medication list with your physician and ask, do any of these have any impact on pregnancy? That's it for parenting tips. Until next time.
Fearless and fair, nationwide 90 FM.
Men in general have a lot of facial hair, and shaving incorrectly can cause razor burn. Hi, I'm Tana. Today on Lifestyle Pages, tips on controlling razor burn. While it's common for men to suffer from this problem, women tend to have the same issue on the arm and elsewhere. Your skin should be clean and razor rust free. Shave the same way your hair grows. Going against that can cause irritation. It's always better to use a shaving gel. Avoid the clean shave. 2 strokes are enough. Shower with hot water before shaving because this softens the hair. Then wash the area with cold water. This will prevent ingrown hair. Take care of your skin and it will take care of you. I'm Tana and those were your Lifestyle Pages.
Nationwide 90 FM, continuing the tradition of fair, fearless, and factual reporting.
From Negril Point to Morant Bay, a little kindness can go a far way. The time by the Jamaica Information Service is
news time 7 o'clock.
If you need to build it, plumb it, weld it, pave it, or power it, National Supply has it. Get the best brands for the job at Jamaica's Industrial Hardware Superstore, Kingston or Bay. The temperature by National Supply is
27 degrees Celsius in Kingston, 26 degrees Celsius in Montego Bay.
The most credible news in the morning. The news at 7 on Nationwide 90 FM.
Coming up in the news at 7 this morning, Friday, November 15, 2024, reports shows that 75% of Jamaica's young people have experienced violence in their lifetime. Ruling on trial location in the Mario Dean case is expected later on Friday, and Reggae Industry Association applauds insurance scheme for entertainers and creatives. In international news, Trump picks vaccine skeptic as his health secretary.
If it's news, it's got to be Nationwide 90 FM.
Now to the details. Over 75% of young Jamaicans have experienced violence in their lifetime. That's according to the 2023 Jamaica Violence Against Children and Youth Survey report launched on Thursday in the corporate area. Mahira Stewart has that story.
The sample size of the 2023 study was 1,512 Jamaicans aged 13 to 24. Of this number, 757 were females and 755 were males. According to the study, 3/4 of the nation's young people have experienced violence in some way. 77.2% of females and 77.6% of males said they experienced violence in their youth. The study also revealed that 1 in 4 females and 1 in 10 males have experienced sexual violence. 1 in 3 youth were revealed to have experienced childhood violence from parents or caregivers. Staying on the topic of violence in the homes, 45% of females and 37.9% of males witnessed violence in their home during childhood. As for emotional violence, 37.8% of females and 31% of males are victims. On the topic of community violence, 29.6% of males and 32.4% of females say they felt close to someone who has been murdered. When it came to knowing about gang activity in their schools, 24.1% of females and 32.4% of males said they were aware. 63.1% of females and 66.7% of males say they witnessed violence in their neighborhood. Data was also gathered regarding the awareness of the existence of services for victims of violence. Of the sample size, exactly one half of males and a little less than a half, 49.7%, of females say they knew of a source to seek services for sexual or physical violence. Despite these findings, only 1 in 10 participants who had experienced sexual violence said they sought professional services, and 1 in 5 participants indicated that they sought services for physical violence. Mahiri Stewart for Nationwide News.
Thank you, Mahiri. The St. James Circuit Court is set to decide this morning where the trial for the 3 police personnel charged in connection with the 2014 death of Mario Dean will be held. The case was adjourned on Thursday after the court could not settle on a transfer location. During the hearing, the court considered 3 potential venues for the trial: St. Anne, Trelawney, and Westmoreland. However, after a 2-hour adjournment to review the logistical feasibility of the options, the prosecutor informed Supreme Court Judge Bertram Morrison that each presented significant challenges. The decision is now between St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland. Justice Morrison has expressed a preference to relocate the trial outside of St. James, citing repeated delays since the case first came before the Circuit Court in 2018. Corporal Elaine Stewart, Constables Juliana Cleven and Marlon Grant are facing charges of manslaughter, perverting the course of justice, and misconduct in a public office. All 3 were on duty on the day Mario Dean was severely beaten inside the Barnett Street lockup. Dean suffered brain injuries and fell into a coma. He died 3 days later at Cornwall Regional Hospital. As Jamaica prepares to observe the World Day of Remembrance for road traffic victims on Sunday, November 17, the National Road Safety Council NRSC says the goal of achieving a 10% reduction in road fatalities for 2024 is on track. This reduction is a key step towards Jamaica's broader goal of a 50% decrease in road deaths by the year 2030. Chevon Campbell has that story.
Recent statistics show a notable decrease in road deaths compared to previous years. As of November 14, there have been 319 fatalities from 276 fatal crashes. That's a marked improvement from the 366 fatalities recorded from 332 crashes in 2023. The reduction comes as Jamaica grapples with a persistent road safety crisis, with vulnerable road users such as motorcyclists, pedestrians, and children comprising a significant portion of the fatalities. To date, motorcyclists account for the largest share with 105 deaths, followed by 59 pedestrians and 20 child fatalities. Executive Director of the NRSC, Paula Fletcher, has expressed optimism about the current downward trend in fatalities. But despite the positive trend, the NRSC is aware of the substantial work ahead. The Council's Vice Chairman, Dr. Lucian Jones, has emphasized the urgency of continued efforts, noting the importance of reducing the road fatality rate to 217 by 2030 to meet the UN target. The NRSC has credited several initiatives for the current reduction in fatalities. These include enhanced police enforcement, updates to the traffic ticketing system, the operationalization of the new Road Traffic Act, and improved emergency response measures. Chevon Campbell for Nationwide News.
That's Chevon Campbell. Thank you, Chevon. The Finance Minister Favour Williams says the elimination of asset tax is among the key demands being made by players in the private sector. The minister made the comment following a meeting with members of the Private Sector Organization of Jamaica, PSOJ, at the Finance Ministry on Tuesday.
From the persons who are there in the banking industry, and when I speak to other banks outside of this PSOJ meeting as well, top of the list for that industry would be the elimination of the asset tax, because that was a tax that came in at a time when the Jamaican economy was very weak and needed additional source of revenues. It was promised as a temporary tax, but it's still here. So they reminded me that when it was imposed it was imposed as temporary. And so, they wanted to discuss time frame, what are we going to do? So that was one from the banking sector.
Among those in attendance were PSOJ President Metri Siaga and the Commissioner of Customs, Dr. Velma Ricketts-Walker. At the meeting on Thursday, not Tuesday, at the meeting on Thursday, Minister Williams said the selection process for boards is also a major topic discussed with the attendees.
The government's policy in terms of waste to energy, is that something we're pursuing? They also talked about the new process that we have for selecting directors to boards and public bodies, because that was changed to make it wider. There's a system that's put in place where persons have to indicate their interest by registering, uploading their resumes, and then internally there's a process that you go through in terms of looking at resumes and putting people into different buckets of competencies so that they can be better matched with what the respective board would need. So we talked about that.
Favour Williams, the Minister of Finance. Chairman of the Jamaica Reggae Industry Association, Jariah Ewan Simpson, is welcoming the launch of the Jamaica Entertainers and Creatives Insurance Plan, JESIP, but he says there are questions about the plan's sustainability.
An initiative that we have been in discussions with the ministry on for over 4 years or more. It is something that we believe is way overdue. However, we have to have some concerns regarding the sustainability of such a plan. How is it going to be funded, and is it going to be able to handle the insurance needs of various levels of creative in the industry? These are some concerns that we are still hoping that the ministry can work through, and some concerns that we believe can still be answered.
Culture and Entertainment Minister Olivia Grange launched JESIP on Tuesday. JESIP provides coverage to practitioners on the National Registry of Entertainment and Creative Industries who are aged 6 to 75. There's an option to extend the coverage up to age 99. The $55 million being spent to set up JESIP was taken from the Consolidated Fund. Phase 1 provides free group life and personal accident policies with a death benefit of up to $500,000. But Mr. Simpson says this scheme should have a contribution option for entertainment practitioners.
As it stands now, we gather that the insurance is going to be a free offering, but we know what happens with things when they are free. They tend to not be as sustainable as is necessary. And we know that there is a particular maximum threshold for the coverage, which is 500,000, I believe, in one form and 500 in the other, which might well be woefully inadequate for most of the eventualities which will arise. So that is a matter for concern, whether or not there is a provision which doesn't appear to be currently existent for artists, players in the entertainment industry to be able to make payments to increase their thresholds, to increase their coverage. What is the flexibility that is built into this mechanism? That is something that is going to be critical.
Ewan Simpson, Chairman of the Jamaica Reggae Industry Association. Phase 2 of JESIP will feature group health and is expected to come on stream in January next year. Meanwhile, the Culture Minister Olivia Grange says the government is providing all of the funding for JESIP under Phase 1 of the plan.
At this time, there is no plan to do that. We will sustain it. If later on, or even during this plan, practitioners want to get a more sophisticated plan, they can speak to Guardian Life, who are our partners, to see what benefits they can derive by being a part of this plan. As I said at the launch, it will cover you for hospitalization. But if you want to go to 23, you have to pay for that.
Minister Grange says the government is committed to the viability of JESIP.
At this time, we are making sure that we provide this insurance plan to assist the industry. If in the future there are those who would want to pay into a plan, it is something that the government we can look at. There is no objection to that. But at this time, there is a need, and there will always be that need. And so this particular insurance plan will continue to exist. Someone had asked, what if a storm comes and it washes out the green and then orange comes in? And my response was, no administration would dare interfere with this plan. They will have a responsibility to sustain it.
Olivia Babsy Grange, the Minister of Culture and Entertainment. She was speaking on Nationwide at 5 on Thursday. Councillors on both sides of the political divide in the St. Mary Municipal Corporation are complaining that roads damaged during the passage of Hurricane Beryl have yet to be repaired. They say the roads sustained additional damage during the passage of Tropical Storm Raphael. JLP councillor for the Karen Hall Division, Doreen Hutchinson, told the corporation on Thursday that she had to use alternative routes to get to the general monthly meeting because of the effects of overnight rain.
Of the roads in the Carinal division because it's a farming belt and most of the drains have turned out on the road. So because of this, all my drains, all the culverts have been totally clogged and I'm not getting anywhere with the parish council with funding to do with cleaning. Up to now, I still have a few road in my division that is still single lane, that have not been totally clear since burial because the council did not give the division enough money to do the clearing of roads. So up to now, we still have a few that are just single lanes.
Doreen Hutchinson, councillor for the Karen Hall Division. Former Mayor, PNP councillor for the Belfield Division, Levan Freeman, says he's come under pressure from residents of the division.
Number of roads. Some have been scoured and some have landslides on them, plus others might have other slippage. We have a section in School Corner. There's a huge landslide. And I have reported this, I have sent messages and pictures to the superintendent, the mayor, and also the work overseer. And it has been from last week, and no action has been taken. I'm being pressured by the citizens, and I have to be trying to calm them down that they don't take other actions.
Levan Freeman, councillor for the Belfield Division. Overseas news now. Shares in vaccine makers dropped in early trading on Friday after Donald Trump nominated a vaccine skeptic to be his health secretary. On Thursday, Trump selected Robert F. Kennedy Jr. to lead the Department of Health and Human Services, the United States' top health agency. In a post on X, Kennedy vowed to work to end chronic disease, clean up corruption, and provide Americans with the data they need to make informed decisions. He vowed he would work to make America healthy again. Kennedy is the son and nephew of two titans of Democratic politics. He ran for president in this year's election as an independent before dropping out in August and endorsing Trump. That's the news.
Sign up for the JN Money Card. It's safe, convenient, and free. The time by JN Money is
7:16.
Join Rhino Jamaica Limited for the Island Panthers pop-up sale. Come find your perfect planter pot at the Mosaic Marketplace, 22 Barbican Road, Kingston 6. On Saturday, November 16 and 23rd from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Enjoy unbeatable discounts on a wide selection of planters, plus chances to win prizes and surprises throughout the day. Spruce up your home or start checking off your Christmas list with Island Planters. This is the ultimate planter sale of the year. Don't miss out. Brought to you by Rhino Jamaica Limited.
For all your electrical needs, visit ABC Electrical Sales. They stock a wide variety of electrical supplies including plugs, switches, panel boards and conduits, plus energy-saving fixtures. ABC Electrical Sales stocks brands like GE, Siemens, Philips, Cutler Hammer and Allen Bradley. They also offer free island-wide delivery just to suit your needs. Visit them at Shop 8, Hagley Park Plaza, Kingston 10 or call 876-754-3714-5 or 876-754-3825-8. ABC Electrical Sales for a better choice in the electrical business.
Shop at Mark's Superstore Furniture and Hardware, located in Lioneltown and Portland Cottage Fair, Clarendon.
They have hardware items, furniture, televisions, washing machines, freezers, refrigerators, beds and bedding, household appliances, home accessories, and more.
Every Thursday, get 10% discount on cooking gas, excluding deliveries.
Visit any of their 2 locations or call 876-919-6067.
Mark's Superstore Furniture and Hardware, quick and fast delivery.
Are you ready to turn your sales and marketing skills into high earnings? Nationwide 90 FM is searching for business development executives to build lasting client relationships. If you have experience across all stages of the sales cycle and possess strong communication, negotiation, and time management skills with a proven sales track record, this opportunity is perfect for you. Join our team and work with the top corporate brands, media agencies, and of course, our on-air personalities. Enjoy networking opportunities, professional growth, and competitive commissions. Ready to take the next step? Send your resume to hr@nationwidenewsnetwork.com today.
Street Smart and the JUTC Morning Commute is brought to you by JUTC, your route to excellence.
Time over Street Smarts 2 with Ludlow McLean. Good morning, Ludlow.
Morning, George. Morning to our listeners. I'm in public and our visitors. Good morning to you all. It's still bright and sunny, and yesterday it was not a bad day at all. Didn't notice any rain, maybe. It rained in the hills, but the corporate area was pretty good going. Now, the traffic was building earlier this morning along as I said, coming out of Spanish Town onto the Mandela, coming out of Port Mobile Municipal Boulevard onto the Mandela. However, westbound along Spanish Town Road is still not too bad, but going towards 3 miles, it has built up significantly. Now, those of you who are going to Waterhouse, Penwood Drive, off Spanish Town Road, going through Henley Road, off Spanish Town Road, and going through Bay Farm, you're going to find it smooth. It's not too bad going in that particular direction. Walton Park Road in both directions, no noticeable build-up yet. And going through Keesing Avenue, Newark Avenue, then on to Elspeth, Hagley Park Road, it's also not too bad. Richmond Park community that normally carries a lot of traffic. Normally Richmond Park Avenue, Queens Avenue, all these areas have a lot of traffic in the morning. It's really good going through. And if you're making it up towards Maxfield Avenue, you're going to find it also pretty good northbound heading towards Eastwood Park Road. Except when you get onto South Avenue, you can't escape the build-up of traffic because Mullines Road carries filters a lot of traffic in that particular area. However, I must tell you, Cargill Avenue, that's from Spanish Maxfield Avenue to get onto Halfway Road as bumper-to-bumper traffic. So you will be caught in that traffic if you travel that particular direction. And those of you on the east, coming from the 7 Miles Bullseye area there into Harborview, in the vicinity of the roundabout, you can expect some traffic in that particular area. So there you go. It's the weekend. I urge you to be cautious on the road. And remember, we all know potholes are on the road, so it's for you to take your time and protect your car and your road wheels or your tire, your rim, whatever it is. So be careful. As usual, at Street Smart, your safety is our concern. George, over to you.
Thank you, Ludlow. Ludlow McLean with Street Smarts 2, the final one for the week. Up next, Front Page.
Street Smart and the JUTC Morning Commute was brought to you by JUTC, your route to excellence.
Front Page is brought to you today by ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in the electrical business. For all your electrical needs, visit ABC Electrical Sales. They stock a wide variety of electrical supplies including plugs, switches, panel boards and conduits, plus energy-saving fixtures. ABC Electrical Sales stocks brands like GE, Siemens, Philips, Cutler Hammer and Allen Bradley. They also offer free island-wide delivery just to suit your needs. Visit them at Shop 8, Hagley Park Plaza, Kingston 10, or call 876-754-3714-5 or 876-754-3825-8. ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in the electrical business.
All right, we are back with you. Of course, it's front page right here on Nationwide this morning. Councils on both sides of the political divide in the St. Mary Municipal Corporation are complaining that roads damaged during the passage of Hurricane Beryl have not yet been repaired. They say the roads sustained additional damage during the passage of Tropical Storm Raphael.
JLP counsel for the Karen Hall Division, Doreen Hutchinson, told the corporation on Thursday that she had to use alternative routes to get to the general monthly meeting because of the effects of overnight rain.
Of the roads in the Karen Hall Division because it's a farming belt and most of the drains have turned out on the road. So because of this, all my drains, all the culverts have been totally clogged and I'm not getting anywhere with the parish council with funding to do with cleaning. Up to now, I still have a few road in my division that is still single lane, that have not been totally clear since Beryl, because the council did not give the division enough money to do the clearing of roads. So up to now, we still have a few that are just single lanes.
That's Doreen Hutchinson, counsel for the Karen Hall Division. Former Mayor, PNP counsel for the Belfield Division, Levan Freeman, says he's come under pressure from residents of his division.
Number of roads. Some have been scoured and some have landslides on them, plus others might have other slippage. We have a section in School Corner. There's a huge landslide. And I've reported this, I've sent messages and pictures to the superintendent, the mayor, and also the work overseer. And it has been from last week, and no action has been taken. I'm being pressured by the citizens, and I have to be trying to calm them down that they don't take other actions.
Levan Freeman, councillor for the Belfield Division. Meanwhile, Mayor of Port Marie and Chairman of the St. Mary Municipal Corporation, Fitzroy Wilson, has strongly criticized the senior administrative team of the corporation, accusing them of failing the citizens of the parish. Mayor Wilson is also raising concerns about the growing complaints from residents and councillors regarding the corporation's failure to clean drains and clear roads.
He says a lack of coordination between CEO Ethelyn Douglas and the Superintendent of Roads and Works, Dwayne Johnson, has caused delays in moving estimates into action. Mayor Wilson joins us now. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Mayor.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us here on Nationwide this morning. Mayor Wilson, there seems to be, based on what we're gathering here, that there's a breakdown in the coordination and communication between members of the administrative team, including the CEO and the Superintendent of Works. What's happening in the corporation?
Well, good morning to your listeners. It is something that we're looking at. We're wondering if it is something that is done on purpose, but I'm not satisfied. As I indicated yesterday in the meeting, we've been at the corporation now in this tenure, let's say 250 odd days. And it is 250 odd days too late. And we would have some scoring of our roads over the past 2 weeks, especially, a little longer as well with the rainfall. We have not gotten any assistance from the Ministry of Local Government in any way, shape, and form, even before Beryl, before the hurricane season commence, which would be in June. What normally exists is that the ministry normally sends out an additional sum so that we could undertake drain cleaning for especially June and December. That did not happen.
Mayor, I just wanted to clarify something. You were saying just now that you never get any help from the Ministerial Local Government, but you just said an additional sum. So I wanted to ascertain, before you go into the not getting that additional sum, what was the amount you'd have gotten prior to that?
Just let me clarify then. As I said, what normally happen is that funds would be allocated from the Ministry of Local Government for drain cleaning.
Right.
I am saying that we only get our regular PRF, Parochial Revenue Fund allocation, which comes monthly.
Right.
And
So
it doesn't come on time every month.
right. So can you say what that figure is?
It varies for each month. It depends on the property tax collection and so on. So it would be sometimes in the region of $20 million, which would offset different avenues to deal with different things in the corporation. So some of that would go to your SGR, a percentage. So it is something that it is said that a percentage goes to administrative costs, a percentage would go to drain cleaning, a percentage would go to special grants and SGR. So that is basically the breakdown. And we're saying that we normally get an extra money, especially that time of the year. We did not get it. We made do with whatever we had, and we cleaned the drains across the parish. We did what we could have done. And if you will note, maybe it is the first in recent history that we would have had a hurricane. We would have weeks of rainfall. We would have weeks of where other places have been flooded. And Port Mariana and Otter Bay, which is normally flooded, we did not see any flooding that affected person adversely. And that was because of our proactiveness, that we went out and we cleaned the areas that we knew that normally cause the problem. So we would have cleaned the entire Senate Street in Port Mariana. We would have cleaned the entire Main Street and so in Port Mariana Township. We would have gone and cleaned several other areas in Ananta Bay right across the parish. And come to Beryl now, we would have seen that members of parliament, we're not against members of parliament getting their representative, and they represent the people, and they must get money to do what they needs to be done in the constituencies. But us as councillors, we are the first and last responders. We take the messages to the members of parliament. So we would normally be on the ground that we could know what is happening. During burial, I was out and about in almost every community, just having a first-hand knowledge of what is happening. We were promised food packages to deliver to persons who were in need. We have not gotten one food. We were promised 500,000 as per division. There's 13 divisions in St. Mary. We did not get for one division. So I am saying to you that we have been doing more than even going above and beyond. Our councillors, I still say that they are resolute that we deserve better. No, we have this rainfall. We have not gotten any assistance whatsoever other than what I would say to you, the regular public parochial revenue fund money that will come to the corporation. I don't know if it is something that is streamlined and it is something that is put there for us. But if you speak with any of the municipalities across, they will tell you the same thing. It is not business as usual for the local government minister and the ministry where the looking after the people is concerned. It is not the same as allocations in last year. You can do your research to the corporation as what has done in few, past years. No, I took a oath to serve and protect and do what I can for the parish and for the people. I don't see color.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I don't see color. I see people.
Right.
And
So,
at the end of the day, I need to see where I can do better. If I can do better for the people of St. Mary, it makes sense. I just go home and call it quits.
all right, may I hear you? Very, very strong comments from you there. but I really want to do that research to find out. But you're saying you're not getting that additional funding, but you're getting the regular funding, and we're speaking to drain
We
cleaning.
get one funding.
Right. So I hear you, and I understand what you are saying as it relates to that, but I really hope we can get another perspective from the ministry in response to this, because you're saying that there's some additional funding and that you don't know if it's streamlined.
If you want to hear what I'm saying, I will try and break it down and let you know. We're saying we were promised 10 roads under the Spark program. We have letters from the ministry that says each division is to prepare a list of 10 roads for your division. We have not gotten one of those roads. We are hearing now that we have to go through the member of parliament. We are elected in our own
What do you mean you have not gotten any of those roads?
Not even, there's no consideration for our roads that from the minister.
Meaning your road has not been listed on the official database of roads to be fixed on the Spark? That's what you're saying?
It is not. It is that we have to go to the Spark consultation, and the residents put up those roads, or we suggest roads again. What I'm saying to you is
but that has always been the process, Mayor.
That's not the process.
I'm
saying to you, we were asked to submit 10 roads.
Yes, you were asked to submit roads. Right.
Submitted 10 roads.
Right. So
none of those 10 roads have given any attention.
But Mayor, the Spark program, if you're following the media, the Spark program has not yet started to be rolled out. As a matter of fact, I hear you in the Mayor.
I am saying that it has not gotten any consideration.
Mayor, the
$40 billion.
Yes, but the consideration. Yes, but the consideration and the inclusion of roads is something that I know will be published after the administrative aspects is done.
But
so
you're understanding what I'm saying.
So I'm trying to understand, Mayor.
What I'm saying to you is, we were asked to submit 10 roads.
Right.
The 10 roads that were submitted, we have gotten, the information that we have gotten is that those words will not be considered, and it's only roads that is suggested at this park consultation will be considered.
Who told you that the roads that you believe need repair would not be considered?
The minister, it is clear.
Which minister?
The Minister of Local Government.
Oh, all right.
And also the persons from NWA and the Spark consultation.
Told you that the roads that you believe need repair in the parish will not be considered.
Right.
You said
it is only those roads that is suggested at the Spark consultation.
Okay, Mayor Wilson. So the 10 roads that you believe need to be fixed, were those roads also suggested at the consultation?
I went to the consultation in Western St. Mary up in Gale, and I suggested them.
Okay, and the list has not yet been published, so we wouldn't know yet if your roads are on that list.
Okay, and let me say this to you now. It is $40 billion that the government said that is going to go to fix for the entire program. 20 billion of which is supposed to be the local government road, the parochial roads. 20 billion. When I calculate $150 million that they are saying that is going to go to each constituency, $150 million times 63 constituencies, it is $9.4 billion. So we don't reach a $20 billion yet to do whatever. What is going to happen to that?
All right, no, I'm not going to allow you to go down that route, because there are many things involved in the project management process, and they have listed that publicly, so it's not something that we're unaware of. We're not going down that route. But based on what you said, we have to get a response from the Minister of Local Government, Mayor. So we thank you for raising your concerns, but after we break quickly, I know that we're going to have the Minister of Local Government and and community development. That's what it is now, rural development. And so Mayor Wilson, thank you for coming on. Thank you for sharing your concerns. But we want to get a response on this from the minister.
Okay, sir.
All right, going to take a break and then come back with the Minister of Local Government, Desmond McKenzie. We're also due to be joined by the Minister with Responsibility for Works, Robert Morgan, to provide some clarification as well on the spark aspect that Mayor Wilson just mentioned. Take a break and come back with more.
Give up every illegal gun. Call the police at 119 or Crime Stop at 311. The time by the Ministry of National Security is
7:38.
Pass your exams at Maths Unlimited with Exam Pass, the 3-step system to exam success. 1. Complete critical topics in teaching sessions. 2. Do past paper questions by topic in practice sessions. 3. Revise intensely with topic reviews and exam drills. CSEC, CAPE, PEP, City and Guilds, face-to-face and online. Call or WhatsApp 876-540-9281.
Time for a new look. And high time to get serious about protecting our home and investment.
It's time to choose BH Paints with over 60 years experience in quality paint finishes. Their products are superior and long-lasting.
Time to check them out.
Ask about BH Paint's 100% acrylic Ultima Plus paint and primer in one. Experience rich colors with advanced UV and mildew-resistant technologies, independently tested by experts. What are you waiting for? Visit a BH Paints Color Center today.
Are you ready for real rewards this Christmas? Reel in big cash prizes and big appliances with Rainforest Real Rewards on now at supermarkets island-wide. Enter to win cash prize of $500,000 or a stove or fridge. Any 2 Rainforest products, including shrimp, and enter online or WhatsApp between November 1 and December 15. Each receipt is an entry. Enter as many times as you want. This Christmas, win real rewards. Only with Rainforest. Authorized by the PGLC. Terms and conditions apply.
KFC popcorn chicken. KFC popcorn chicken. Incredible, delicious, finger licking in the sauce when me dip it. I can't resist it. Once you start, you can't stop.
Do whatever the crunch you want with KFC's popcorn chicken. Delicious, juicy, irresistible. Now available in barbecue. KFC, it's finger licking good.
KFC popcorn chicken.
Alrighty, we're back with you. As we said, if you were here in the conversation, we had Mayor Wilson out of St. Mary. He had a number of claims, and of course, he was speaking to drain cleaning, road repairs, etc. in his municipality. And we would then have reached out to the minister, Minister Desmond McKenzie, Minister of Local Government, who has direct oversight for this area, to speak with us, especially as it relates to some of the claims by Mayor Wilson. So based on us finding it concerning, we want to hear from Minister McKenzie. Good morning, Minister McKenzie.
Morning, Tana, and thanks for having me on your program.
Good morning to you. Minister McKenzie, the mayor is saying that there are additional funds that the corporation and all of the councillors were supposed to get from Hurricane Beryl to assist them in doing their drain cleaning based on the time of year it is and all of that. He's saying that they got no additional funds, and he's placing that on the table this morning, as well as to say that you told him that the 10 roads that he's suggesting for fixing in his division under the Spark program, that you said that those roads would not be included on the list. We're seeking a response from you this morning to those claims.
If I tell you I'm surprised of the comments of Mayor Wilson, I'd be lying. I'm not getting into any politics with any of these mayors, but let me just clarify a number of issues. The mayor should have told you What has he done with the SGR, the emergency funds that is provided to the municipalities every month that would put them in a position to respond to situations such as burial and other things?
And how much is that emergency fund that they get
Well,
monthly?
it depends. It depends. When I look at the records, St. Mary should have in its reserve close to $70 million or more based on the allocation that they would get on a monthly basis. A percentage of that is left for reserve. I want you to ask Mayor Wilson which request was sent from St. Mary to the ministry seeking assistance. And when Mayor Wilson can provide those information, then I will be prepared to respond to Mayor Wilson. There's no need for this administration. We have ensured, the mayor is talking, under the provisions of the parochial revenue fund that they get on a monthly basis, those allocations are for road maintenance. But 2 months of those allocations should be set aside by the municipal corporation specifically for drain cleaning. And that is the month of June, and it can come in the latter part of, say, September, November.
Question, Minister, is that streamlined? Yes. Is that something that normally happens?
It is something that has been existing before I became minister.
Okay.
From the PRF was set up back in the 90s, those provisions were made. The municipal corporations cannot depend solely on the Ministry of Local Government to provide funding for them. They have the capacity to earn revenues. The ministry cannot dictate how they use their own source revenues. They use their own source revenues in the way they find it fit to use the revenues. Now, they have the responsibility, as I said before, using the PRF, the allocation. They have to also seek permission from the ministry to use the SGR, because one of the things that the MCs have been doing is that they have used the SGR, the emergency funds that they have, to do other things outside of what it was set aside to do. And I'm listening to him speaking about, I have never had a discussion with Mayor Wilson and told him about no 10 roads for Spark program is not included. I have had meetings with the mayors where they were advised that the Spark program is an inclusive program involving the local authorities. When the assessments were being done on the road, the consultations, all the mayors, councillors were invited. They made their submission to the Spark program. When the assessment was being done on the roads, it was done jointly with the Ministerial Local Government and the National Works Agency. This is something this is a political argument that is being put forward by Mayor Wilson and his party to try to devalue the work of the Spark program. And we're not getting into that. But the mayor needs to tell you, what has he done with the reserve money from the SGR that is there that would help them to respond at a time like this? He needs to tell you that. The mayor needs to also tell you how much money has been that we have allocated after discussions that I have with him, based on the conditions that exist at the infirmary that has been presented to the infirmary. And today, in the same municipality that is here criticizing the government, we have made allocations and have set a work day for the St. Mary Infirmary where extensive work has commenced and will continue to carry out extensive repairs to the infirmary. Did he tell you all of that? And he's coming on the radio this morning to create mischief. I hear him this morning bashing the CEO, which is unfortunate. When a mayor can come publicly to bash the CEO about a budget, the mayor needs to look at his performance and stop being political. Stop being political.
He also indicated that there were food packages, several food packages that they were supposed to get after Hurricane Beryl, and
I think it was 500,000 per division.
That none was provided.
The mayor is so dishonest. There was a consideration to provide food package. I met with the mayors and I put it to them. Would you prefer us to suspend the back-to-school education program or the food package? Everybody agreed that the back-to-school would be more important, and each municipality, the mayors got more, got the 500,000 for back-to-school. You know, so when I'm listening to this argument, I've heard the argument that I've tried not to come in a public discourse with any of the mayors. You know, but it has reached a point now where the politics seems to be now taking a different turn. I'm not going to allow any mayor to discredit the work of this administration when it comes on to local government. What we have been doing for local government is unprecedented, has never been done before. Right? Has never been done before. And any decision that is made that affects them, I have met with the mayors almost every quarter, even if I consider it important. I meet with the mayors. We have discussions about the things that we are doing, that I am proposing to do. So, you know, I'm not surprised of Mayor Wilson. Mm-hmm. Really not surprised, because I know it is the silly season. But let me say, he needs to tell you how much money they have in their SGR that is there for emergency funding, and what is it that they have used those emergency funds to do. He needs to tell you that.
All right. Thank you so much, Minister.
And in regards to the Spark program,
yes, Minister.
The Spark program, we have met with the mayors to say to them that the Spark program is not a councillor's program, it is not an MP's program, it is a program where the community comes. Everybody was invited to the Spark meeting, and everybody can make their suggestions on roads, and those roads will be considered. He is making a calculation about what is going to happen. The Spark program, when it was outlined, it is not just roads alone. It is also infrastructure road. The Spark program is over a 3-year period. So when he's coming to try to give the impression that the government, you know, when he does this calculation, there's a substantial amount of money that is left. He wants to ask, where is that money going? That is the kind of politics they are playing. And it is not helping them, and it is not going to work.
Have to leave it there, but thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Minister Mackenzie. Yeah, I think one of the things that's forgotten as we go to the break in the Spark program is the equity portion of the Spark program. So even though you have all the constituencies that are allocated a certain amount of money, what is left off is because you have some constituencies that are bigger than some that may have more damaged roads than the other.
Yeah.
So you have that equity portion to take that into consideration if you need to make further allocations to a particular constituency to fix some more roads.
Yeah, and I was saying as well, Tana, that professional services comes into that $40 billion, and professional services cost quite a bit as well.
Yeah.
So that those two things have to be considered. And it's been public knowledge, you know. It's not just us saying it. We've been speaking about it for months, weeks. Yeah, so
let's take a break and come back with more.
Listen up, motorists. Speeding burns more gas. So slow down. The life you save may be your own, and also that of your loved ones. Slow down. Save lives and money. The time by the Insurance Association of Jamaica is
7:52.
At Hawkeye, our mission is to deliver cutting-edge security solutions to help you keep track of the things you value most.
The temperature by Hawkeye is
28 degrees Celsius in Kingston and 27 degrees Celsius out west in the city of Montego Bay.
So where you get? The new Popeye's blackened chicken sandwich, my girl. The flavor just hits different. Blackened like it burn up?
Nah, man. Blackened because of the color of the Louisiana herbs and spices. Blackened like the flavor buck. No breading and the seasoning soak deep in the chicken. But get yours and try it, cause me nah share here. Get the new Popeye's blackened chicken sandwich. Limited time only.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Labor rights, Darren Vaz on the west side joins Anne-Marie Vaz on the east side in the joint Portland Constituency Conference. Roll out in your thousands with the action team at Port Antonio High, Sunday, November 17 at 3:30 p.m. Come here, party leader, the most honorable Dr. Andrew Holness, JLP heavyweights James Robertson, MPs Floyd Green, Matthew Samuda, Colonel Charles Jr., Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, Dr. Norman Dunn, Rhoda Crawford, and several others with me, your host Terencia. It's the Showdown JLP Constituency Conference you've been waiting for. Port Antonio High, Sunday, November 17, 3:30 p.m. Darren Vaz, live camera, action, and see you there!
For all your electrical needs, visit ABC Electrical Sales. They stock a wide variety of electrical supplies including plugs, switches, panel boards, and conduits, plus energy-saving fixtures. ABC Electrical Sales stocks brands like GE, Siemens, Philips, Cutler Hammer, and Allen Bradley. They also offer free island-wide delivery just to suit your needs. Visit them at Shop 8, Hagley Park Plaza, Kingston 10, or call 876-754-371-4-5 or 876-754-3825-8. ABC Electrical Sales for a better choice in the electrical business.
Join Rhino Jamaica Limited for the Island Planters pop-up sale. Come find your perfect planter pot at the Mosaic Marketplace, 22 Barbican Road, Kingston 6. On Saturday, November 16 and 23rd from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Enjoy unbeatable discounts on a wide selection of planters, plus chances to win prizes and surprises throughout the day. Spruce up your home or start checking off your Christmas list with Island Planters. This is the ultimate planter sale of the year. Don't miss out. Brought to you by Rhino Jamaica Limited.
Alright, we're back with you. Of course, it's front page, and we're switching gears a little bit. Over 75% of young Jamaicans have experienced violence in their lifetime. That's according to the 2023 Jamaica Violence Against Children and Youth Survey Report, launched on Thursday in the corporate area. The sample size of the 2023 study was 1,512 Jamaicans aged 13 to 24. Of this number, 757 were females and 755 were males. According to the study, 3/4 of the nation's young people have experienced violence in some way. 77.2% of females and 77.6% of males said they experienced violence in their youth. The study also revealed that 1 in 4 females and 1 in 10 males have experienced sexual violence.
For more, we're being joined by Senior Director of Children's Affairs Policy Division in the Ministry of Education and Youth, Hyacinth Blair, and the PIOJ Director of Human and Community Development, Deidre Coy. Ladies, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us here on Nationwide this morning. Deidre, when the results of the survey, the study was presented, what was your first reaction? What do you make of the findings?
Of the findings, well, at first, the data came off, well, not much of a shock, but it was a wake-up call for me because it really showed that we need to do something about or to address violence against our children and youth. It is very clear that children are being harmed and that they're not in the environment in which would support their full development, their health, and overall well-being.
Mm-hmm. And Hyacinth Blair, your reaction as well to the data out of this study?
Yes, I echo a lot of what Deidre is saying, and just thinking that despite the efforts that are being put into combating the issue of violence, it is still pervasive, and our children are really victims a lot, and sometimes perpetrators, yes. But we have, in a sense, kind of normalized violence, and a bit too accepting of it, really. And so it is really, I don't know, I should say it's a wake-up call, because I don't know that we're sleeping.
Yes.
But it really echoes really the fact that we really need to do something different in terms of how we treat the issue of violence against children.
And to both of you, first, Deidre, how do you think the data that the study has revealed it should be used to action a response?
Right. Well, as mentioned, the data, I think that was one of the most important elements of this whole process, where data to action framework was developed. And so the data is being translated into national strategies and actions. And we developed recommendations in line with the INSPIRE strategies.
Yes.
So, for example, we looked at strengthening policies and laws and regulations that will protect children from all forms of violence. Other recommendations that came out include developing child protection early warning systems, reducing violence by addressing hotspots, strengthening and expanding parents and caregiver programs to reduce violence, abuse, and neglect of children and adolescents. So these are just a few of the strategies and actions that were developed or that came out of this process.
And for you, Hyacinth?
There is in existence some programs and activities that are, as they just said, in alignment with INSPIRE. However, we recognize that these need to be strengthened, and so work continues. But what the data will do for us is to guide us exactly as to the areas that we really need to focus on, and to really look at it in terms of what we can do now, as against what we will need a little more time in which we need to implement. And so, for instance, the Child Care and Protection Act, that has been under review, and it is being reviewed right now. And we are at a stage where we are consulting the stakeholders on it in terms of the changes that we want to make to the legislation. So if we go through the INSPIRE, we recognize that the activities and programs that we have in place now are really in alignment with INSPIRE. We just really need to take another look at what we're doing and how we're doing it to ensure that they can be more effective.
Has there been any thoughts as yet about how you address the aspect in relation to parents and caregivers? The data pullout says 1 in 3 youth were revealed to have experienced childhood violence from parents or their caregiver. How do you strengthen protection in that aspect?
I know that the National Parenting Support Commission is doing a lot of work in that aspect. I would imagine that the entity needs to be strengthened, maybe to have a greater reach. And so I know that there are parenting classes that are happening, parenting education continues, there are parent mentors that are all over the country. But I think one of the things we have to look at is that this is really one of our more normalized activity issue that we have in our society, and so it takes a while. So you may teach a parent, a new way of disciplining, of positive discipline, but really it's something that has to be reinforced from different angles, because so that it can be adopted
So changing norms really takes some time. We just have to continue the process. Maybe we can enhance the system that exists in terms of giving more support to the system to make it the reach wider. But certainly we have to recognize that what we do now, we have to sustain what we do, continue what we do, improve on what we do, but we may not see the result immediately.
Deja,
And that is something.
Deja Coy, I want to give the final word to you. We're up on time.
Right. So just to support what Hyacinth said in terms of supporting our parents and caregivers, and I think, as Hyacinth said, it won't happen overnight. But if we can just develop and implement some kind of social and behavior change strategy or interventions along that line, along with looking at how we can mobilize resources to support these programs, I think that will be a good step forward in supporting our parents and caregivers and utilizing the data in the way that we would want to.
Deja Coy, PIOJ Director on Human and Community Development, and Hyacinth Blair, Senior Director on Children's Affairs, or at the Children's Affairs Policy Division in the Ministry of Education. Ladies, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, speaking on the matter, reacting to that survey, Violence Against Children and Youth survey. We're going to take a break for Across Jamaica and the Caribbean News Desk.
Front Page was brought to you today by ABC Electrical Sales. For a better choice in the electrical business.
Let Scotia Investments guide you towards a winning portfolio that will grow your wealth for generations to come. Call 888-429-5745 to learn more. The time by Scotia Investments is
8:04.
Success, powered by learning. The Temperature, brought to you by Sandals Corporate University. Come grow with us is
28 degrees Celsius in Kingston, 27 degrees Celsius, Montego Bay.
From the mountainside to seaside, countryside to townside, inside and outside, it's Across Jamaica this morning.
In Across Jamaica this Friday morning, a Grammy-winning dancehall artist, Sean Paul, is set to receive an honorary doctorate from the University of Technology Jamaica, UTech, today. The university says he will be conferred with the Doctor of Letters honoris causa at the first of 3 graduation ceremonies this weekend. The award is for his contribution to nation building through the music industry. UTech is also honoring former Police Commissioner Major General Anthony Anderson and the Sagicor Group's president and CEO Christopher Zaka. Major General Anderson will be conferred with the Doctor of Technology honoris causa for his contribution to the development of the security forces. The award will be made at the graduation ceremony scheduled for Saturday, November 16. Also on Saturday, Zaka will receive the Doctor of Laws honoris causa in recognition of his contribution to Jamaica's economic development. The UTech graduation will see more than 1,000 graduates from the institution's 3 colleges and 5 faculties being presented with terminal master's and undergraduate degrees, as well as diplomas and certificates in a variety of disciplines. Now, Audreyne Cameron has been named the Jamaica Rhodes Scholar for 2025. The announcement was made on Thursday at King's House, following an intense day of interviews with 10 finalists vying for the prestigious scholarship. Cameron, a first-class honours graduate from the University of the West Indies, Mona, holds a degree in law. She is pursuing a legal education certificate at the Norman Manley Law School. Cameron plans to pursue further studies in criminology and criminal justice at the University of Oxford. She will join a global cohort of over 100 scholars in October 2025. A joint police operation between the St. Andrew North and St. Catherine South Police have led to the seizure of 16 assorted rounds of ammunition over 2 days. One man has been taken into custody. In the first incident on Tuesday, November 12, lawmen from the St. Andrew North Division carried out an operation along the Erie Castle Main Road just before 6 p.m., where 10 7.62mm cartridges were seized. The following day, policemen from the St. Catharines South Division seized 6.38 cartridges during an operation in the Greater Portmore area just before midday. A man was held in connection with the seizure. His identity is being withheld pending further investigation. And that's it for Across Jamaica for this Friday morning, and we now bring you the latest from across the Caribbean News Desk for today, Friday, November 15, 2024.
From the Caribbean News Desk, the morning edition. Good morning. I'm Dennis Chabrol.
And I'm Kendall Morgan with the latest from across the Caribbean.
The 4 members of Parliament who resigned from the Cayman Islands government last month, leaving it without a majority in Parliament, have rejected claims that their actions put the country at risk. Former Deputy Premier Andrew E. Banks, the most senior of the 4, refuted the claims at their first public meeting on Wednesday night.
For my part, speaking as the former Minister for Financial Services, the greater risk to the country isn't our resignation. The greater risk to the country is a malfunctioning executive. And for everything that we just described, we were on a runaway train. And somebody had to pull the emergency brake.
Ebanks was joined by Health Minister Sabrina Turner, Climate Resiliency Minister Catherine Ebanks-Wilkes, and Parliamentary Secretary Heather Bowden in last month's walkout. They cited deep disagreements over policy and the conduct of the cabinet by Premier Juliana O'Connor-Connolly. The 4 say since their resignation, they have been blocked from using government buildings for public meetings. The next general elections in the Cayman Islands are constitutionally due next year.
Less than 1 week after Haitian Prime Minister Gary Conille was fired, the Caribbean community CARICOM says it is ready to assist the stripe-torn country. There was no clear indication whether the CARICOM Eminent Persons Group will be meeting with representatives of the Haitian government. Instead, CARICOM said it is looking forward to an early meeting with the new Prime Minister Alex Didier-Fil-Aimé and continued dialogue with the leaders of the government of Haiti. Saying that it has followed with deep concern the transitional governance process in Haiti, CARICOM again said it expected that elections would be held in keeping with the agreed framework by November 2025.
CARICOM member nations and their partners in the health sector need to address the crisis of a shortage of health workers. Guyana's Health Minister Dr. Frank Anthony singled out the shortage of health sector workers as a major problem facing the region. He addressed yesterday's opening of a multi-sectoral and stakeholder consultation being hosted by the CARICOM Secretariat and the Pan American Health Organization.
If we don't have the nurses in our hospital, then care for those patients are going to decline. And in the region, as far as I know, we are not training fast enough to replace those who have gone elsewhere. So this is a crisis, and this is one of the things that we need to frontally address. So any plan that we're doing would need to look at how we deal with human resources. What can we do? And apart from trying to talk to the countries and so forth who are taking our human resources, what can we do internally? What can we do in the region to make sure that we are training and retaining and so forth?
Antigua and Barbuda plans to test the feasibility of having longer school days. The country's cabinet this week gave approval for a trial in 2 schools to begin with 2 or 3 days per week. Information Minister Melford Nicholas says the move is aimed at developing more rounded students.
This is not necessarily to extend the academic hours within the school. The intention is to broaden the scope of education to deal with non-academic student development. So whether or not it is track and field, or it is playing the pan, or being part of an orchestra, or a cadet corps, those are the initiatives that I think we are trying to build into the total education package of our young people.
Dominica says it will present its highest award, the Dominica Award of Honor, to India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi at next week's India CARICOM Summit in Guyana. The award recognizes Prime Minister Modi's early donation of COVID-19 vaccines to Dominica during the recent pandemic, which it says allowed the country to in turn make donations to some other Caribbean neighbors. CARICOM heads of government will meet with the Indian Prime Minister in Guyana from next Tuesday to Thursday. The meeting, to be co-chaired by CARICOM Chairman Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell of Grenada, will address areas of common interest, including the health and pharmaceutical sector.
In Antigua, a nurse has been fined just over US $18,000 for forging COVID-19 vaccination cards during the pandemic. Miss Jamisha Milford of Bolens, who is no longer a nurse, has also been fined US $2,000 for stealing blank vaccination cards. Millwood was caught after people turned up at a vaccination center with completed cards just days after an IT system outage. She had not been authorized to sign the COVID-19 vaccine cards.
This has been the morning edition from the Caribbean News Desk. You may contact us by phone or WhatsApp on +592 700 9293. Thanks for listening.
The EdgeChem annual yard sale is back, better than ever, and coming to an EdgeChem store near you. Portmore and Mandeville, November 23. Junction St. Elizabeth, November 30. Falmouth, December 5. Dome Street, Montego Bay, and Ocho Rios, December 6 and 7. Fairfield, Montego Bay, December 14. And Carifta Avenue, Kingston, November 28 to December 21. Gates open at 8 a.m., so stop by early to make the most of these amazing discounts at the EdgeChem yard sale. EdgeChem Paints, changing lives 1 gallon at a time.
When last you get good bun, you don't know good bun until you have a mother's bakery bun. From you pull open the wrapper and it's soft so till. A sub bun for nice. And from when you take the first bite, love it so till. A sub bun for nice. Beg your piece.
Get your own mother's bakery bun.
I will buy one off you.
Yes, but I will charge a convenience fee.
I will take one. Me too. Mother's bakery buns. A sub bun for nice. Try them today.
Welcome back to Nationwide this morning, turning our attention now to Guardian Life's Blood Drive 2024. Blood is the most precious gift that anyone can give to another person, the gift of life. There's a constant need for a regular supply of blood because it can be stored only for a limited period of time before use. Regular blood donation by a sufficient number of healthy people is needed to ensure that blood will always be available whenever it is needed. Today, the Guardian Group is hosting a blood drive under the theme, Someone Lives When You Give. I like that. For more on the Guardian Life's blood drive, we're being joined by the Senior Manager of Marketing and Communications, Annette Atkinson. Annette, good morning to you.
Good morning, Tana. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Listeners.
I'm doing good, Annette. How are you?
I am great, thank you.
All right, so what inspired major players in the insurance sector like yourself, Guardian Life, to organize this blood drive?
Oh, that's an awesome question. Tana, you know, we have been around for 25 years. We celebrate our 25th anniversary this year, and we have been doing this for the greater part. We have not only had a blood drive in the COVID years, so we have been doing this forever, because we take our role as a corporate citizen very seriously. As you said, we are a major player in the insurance industry for life and health, and we are interested in not just taking care of you from an insurance perspective, but we want to make sure you're healthy. We want to make sure you have access to resources, whatever it is, and blood is one of them. As you mentioned, blood is a unique product. It cannot be replicated. It cannot be substituted. And especially as we enter into the Yuletide season, you know, sometimes some of us Jamaicans overindulge, get ourselves into accidents. Blood is the only thing that can sometimes save our lives. Sometimes we have surgeries even a simple thing as pregnancies. We need blood, and nothing else can substitute for blood.
Yes.
And so it's important that for our nation, our blood bank is heavily stocked. Just as you would stock your bank account when you need to withdraw, we need to make sure our Jamaicans have access to this precious commodity. And so today, we're inviting Jamaicans from all walks of life. If you're in Montego Bay, and this is important, we're doing this for the first time in Montego Bay because we want to make sure our blood bank out west is heavily stocked.
Mm-hmm.
You go to our Fairview office in Fairview Park, Unit 2, Montego Bay. And for Kingston, the eastern side of the country, you come to our head office, 12 Trafalgar Road, and you come and you donate. We take walk-ins. It's as simple as that. Just make sure you have your national ID, any form of ID, government-issued ID with a photo. We want to make sure it's you.
Mm-hmm.
So come down and donate. We take all types of blood. The great thing is that the National Blood Transfusion Service is on hand. They have doctors, they have medical persons who will do all the tests. So don't be fearful. You don't stay home and determine if you can't donate. The medical team will decide if you are eligible to donate.
Mm-hmm. And what advice would you give to a first-time donor to ensure that they have a positive experience today?
Right. So if they're fearful, let's start there. They can take a friend or a relative who can help to keep them calm. Right? We would have hoped that they have been living a fairly healthy lifestyle and they would have got some good rest last night. But in the meantime, they can drink lots of water as they come in so they keep fully hydrated. And the good thing is we have snack on hand as well, that if they did not have a big enough breakfast or lunch, depending on the time they come, we have something that can pick them up before they donate. The good thing is they can come from 9:30 to 12:30. Today we take a break and then start back at 1:30 to 3:30. So anytime they come, we're there. Just make sure they walk with an ID and they keep relaxed. But as the blood bank keeps saying, even persons who are fearful, we have a way of dealing with that as well.
Wonderful. And finally, Annette, as we let you go, your final words, what message would you like to send to the public? People are listening about the importance, again, of participating in blood drives and how they can get involved to make a meaningful impact.
Right. So blood is something we say, as we say, there's no substitute. It could be you, it could be a loved one, it could be a friend that will be in need of it at any time. You don't know. And see it as one donation, one unit can save 3 lives. The important thing is just call upon that altruistic side of you and recognize that you will be making a significant impact to a human being. So don't stay home, come out. We look forward to seeing you between 9:30 and 3:30 today at any of our 2 locations in Kingston and Montego Bay for you to donate this precious commodity.
Annette Atkinson, Senior Manager for Marketing and Communications at Guardian Life, talking to us this morning about Guardian Life's Blood Drive 2024. Thank you so much for your time, Annette.
And see you later, Tana, and the nationwide team.
Indeed.
And the others.
Indeed. Someone lives when you give. Yeah, that's the theme for today's blood drive. Thank you so much, Annette. Gonna go to a break and come back with more.
Crisp and refreshing. Room temperature
time
or
for a new
chill.
look.
A pure
And
water
high
would
time
drink.
to get serious
The
about
time by
protecting
pure
our home
water
and
is
investment.
It's time to
Make yourself comfortable in authentic Hanes underwear. Nothing beats the never out of style ultra soft 100% premium
Time to
cotton
check them
Hanes
out.
underwear.
Ask
Hanes
about
Comfort Fit V,
BH
crew neck and A-shirts, absorbent Hanes socks, Comfort Flex Hanes boxer briefs for men, and stylish itch-free Hanes underwear for women and kids. Make yourself comfortable this holiday season, inside, out, and underneath
What are you
with
waiting
Hanes
for?
underwear.
Visit
With
the
a
BH
all-day
Hanes Color
comfort
Center
everyone
today.
deserves.
I only have Hanes for you.
JPS and Partners Cooperative Credit Union offers financial solutions for every stage of your life. Savings, auto loans, mortgages, and more. The time by JPS and Partners Cooperative Credit Union, your financial partner for life, is
8:22.
Alrighty, we're back with you, and the world of remembrance for road traffic victims, the World Day of Remembrance for Road Traffic Victims, WDR, is commemorated on the third Sunday of November each year. The day is dedicated to honoring the memory of those who have lost their lives or have been injured in road traffic crashes. Established in 2005 by the UN Road Safety Collaboration, this day aims to raise awareness about the impact of the road traffic incidents on individuals, families, and communities. As at November 14, the Island Traffic Authority's daily crash report says there has been a 13% reduction in road fatalities between January 1st and November 12th. 320 fatalities have been recorded from the 277 crashes. This fatality number is 47 fewer than the corresponding period in 2023. Motorcyclists, pedestrians, and the private motor vehicle drivers were the top 3 road users. These categories were the highest among the recorded fatalities. The National Helmet Wearing Coalition, a project being executed by the JN Foundation and the National Road Safety Council, will be marking the day with a ride-out event this Sunday, November 17th. To tell us more, we're joined by Project Manager for the Road Safety and Road User Education, JN Foundation, and we have the Project Manager who will join us in a minute or so to speak about this particular day as it relates to World Day of Remembrance for Road Traffic Victims. Hi, good morning.
Morning. How are you today?
I'm good.
That is great to hear. Just the same. So, my
Right.
name is
Sidney Petty. Yes.
Right.
Right. I good morning again, Miss Petty, and our listeners are hearing you loud and clear. We're talking about fatalities, we're talking about the road, and we want to ask first, what's the significance of World Day of Remembrance for road traffic victims?
So, thank you so much for that question. So, World Day of Remembrance for Road Traffic Victims, really, it serves as a solemn reminder of the lives lost and impacted by road traffic incidents, right? It's a day to honor the memory of the victims of road traffic acts and also to support their families and bring attention to the urgent need for safer roads worldwide. Recognizing this day for us also strengthens global commitment to improving road safety and preventing future tragedies.
All right. So I understand that, but the question a lot of our listeners will have is, why is it important to have, a dedicated day for this cause?
So it is important to have a dedicated day because World Day of Remembrance, it really began in 1993 and was later adopted by the United Nations in 2005. It arose from a global need to support families affected by road traffic incidents, to draw government's attention to road safety issues, to get action. The statistics showing the millions of lives affected each year pushed for a unified day of remembrance and awareness to drive legislative and community action.
So in your experience then, how does remembering road traffic victims impact the public awareness and, all the possible future road safety initiatives?
Okay, so in my experience, remembering the victims puts real faces and stories behind the statistics, right? Making the issue deeply personal and impactful. This awareness can lead to increased community involvement for safety programs, support stricter laws, and a cultural shift towards driving, safe driving behaviors, right? So ultimately, it encourages individuals and organizations to take action and prevent future losses of lives.
So tell us about the ride out event actually, that you'll be having to mark the day on Sunday, November 17th, 2024.
Okay, thank you. So this Sunday, November 17th, we will be having a ride out event with our coalition members, which comprises of riders and stakeholders in the road safety space. Our event aims to raise awareness about road safety and prevention methods. Right. We will also be distributing some helmets and some educational material to mark the day. The ride out will commence in Kingston, and we will stop at a high crash spot in Mandeville. That it would be near the vicinity of the Mandeville Hospital.
Mm-hmm. And that will have an impact in particular based on, just drawing awareness to the fact that it's a high crash spot or a high, as a race amount of numbers of crashes that happen in that area.
Yes, that is truly our hope. We hope that persons in that area who normally use the roads and probably are involved in some of these crashes would get the opportunity to learn from us. Probably those who don't have helmets can get a helmet. And we are also hoping to have members from the JCF present, and that includes the commissioner as well, Dr. Kevin Blake.
All right. So finally, share with us why the particular focus on helmets.
So since 2012, over 1,400 motorcyclists have lost their lives on Jamaican roads, sadly, with fatalities from these crashes amounting to nearly 30% of all road deaths, as reported by the Ministry of Transport and the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Alarmingly, a significant number of motorcyclists who died were not wearing helmets, right? In fact, 80% of those who suffer fatal or severe injuries were found to not be wearing helmets. It is this consistent high incidence of fatalities that has driven the Jane Foundation and the National Road Safety Council to take action. In August 2023, we signed an agreement with the FIA Foundation to establish the National Helmet Wearing Coalition, which is a 3-year initiative committed to increasing helmet use among motorcyclists and curbing the tragic toll on Jamaican roads.
All right, thank you so much. And that is Sydney Petty, who is a project manager for the Road Safety and Road User Education Project by the JN Foundation. Thank you for joining us, Sydney.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, we're going to take a break and we'll be right back with you.
Want to start investing in real estate with as little as $25,000? Then the JMMB Optimum Capital Real Estate Fund may fit your future best with tax-free advantages and returns above inflation. Visit jm.jmmb.com to get started today. Conditions apply.
The time by JMMB is 8:32 a.m.
Hurt less with Pharma Joint Flex. Taking Pharma Joint Flex daily helps to repair, replenish, and revitalize worn, damaged cartilage that causes joint pain. Do you suffer from arthritis and chronic joint pain? Then Pharma Joint Flex is the remedy for you. Our all-natural formula contains glucosamine and chondroitin, ingredients for joint repair, so you can get relief. Ask your pharmacist or doctor for Pharma Joint Flex, distributed by Massey.
Choose Corian Solid Surface for your kitchen or bathroom countertop this Christmas season. Corian is not only durable and non-porous, but beautiful with endless design possibilities. And to make life easier for you, they now have bathroom units complete with Corian countertops and basins, ready-made to save you time. Visit Home International Limited at 104 Constant Spring Road, Kingston 8. Telephone 876-755-1970 or 876-924-0437.
Life gets busy, from work to play, but don't forget your health checks.
The NHF card now offers discounts on PSA tests and pap smears to help check for prostate and cervical cancer. Women 21 and over get a subsidy for pap smears every 3 years.
And men 40 and over receive an annual subsidy for PSA tests. Get your NHF card today.
The NHF is here for health. The NHF is here for you.
outlast. Hilti, we top performance. Hilti, Jackama, reliable, full stop, not comma. We have the expertise for drilling and demolition. We have the power tools for plumbers and electricians. Pan select tools, free parts and free repairs. Free parts, free repairs. 2 to 3 years. Hilti, available at Delta Supply, 106 Hagley Park Road. Call us at 876-302-61114. Delta Supply, we service what we sell.
Painting Tips is brought to you by BH Paints. Paint it, love it with BH Paints.
It's time for a new look. And high time to get serious about protecting our home and investment.
It's time to choose BH Paints with over 60 years experience in quality paint finishes. Their products are superior and long-lasting.
Time to check them out.
Ask about BH Paint's 100% acrylic Ultima Plus paint and primer in one. Experience rich colors with advanced UV and mildew-resistant technologies, independently tested by experts. What are you waiting for? Visit a BH Paints Color Center today. Welcome back to Nationwide this morning. So decorate like a designer this Christmas and elevate your home with top quality paints and perfect designer curated color combos only with BH Paints, and save up to 20% off all 1 and 5 gallon BH Ultima Plus and Perma paints this Christmas. BH Paints is partnering with Nationwide and presenting BH painting tips for the Christmas season. And we have several painting tips for you this morning. And at number 1, about how to paint new concrete surfaces. How to paint new concrete surfaces. Now, new concrete should be cured for a minimum of 28 days to reduce the moisture content before it can be painted. To paint, you need to apply an alkaline-resistant sealer, such as a Harris Super Seal, which bonds the concrete, making it less porous and more water-resistant. To finish, you apply 2 coats of BH Ultima Plus Emulsion. So that's how to paint new concrete surfaces.
See, the next one I have here is when repainting a surface, and I've had to repaint a number of surfaces in my life growing up. So it says thoroughly clean surfaces to be repainted to remove mud, salts, and other residues that can cause paint failures. Be sure to rinse off all the cleaning solutions and allow to dry. Use a scraper to remove loose or flaking paint and sand until smooth. Repair cracks and light damage with Ultima all-purpose paintable caulk or patching compound. Now, mold and mildew can ruin your paint job, so clean well before painting. Wearing the proper protective gear, apply a mildew cleaner or a bleach solution to affected surfaces. Working from the top, for textured surfaces, scrub with a stiff brush, rinse thoroughly with water and allow to dry. Repaint using a high quality paint suitable for use on exteriors. Harris Paints has options to suit all budgets.
At number 4 now, here are some tips for painting new bare wood. The wood must be properly dried before painting. If wood is weathered, sand off the outer layer. For wood knots, remove sap by scraping and wiping them with methylated spirits, and then spot prime with 2 coats of a shellac-based primer. Then apply 1 to 2 full coats of Ultima wood primer. Then proceed to paint with an acrylic emulsion that dries quickly and won't yellow. And those are the BH painting tips for today. So
Yes.
just to tell you, just to review again, at number 1, you had how to paint your new concrete surfaces. Number 2 was what you do when repainting a surface. Number 3 focused on mold and mildew, how to clean that before painting. And number 4 were some tips for painting a new bare wood. Again, BH is telling us this morning for bare wood, the wood must be properly dried before you start painting. If wood is weathered, sand off the outer layer. For wood knots, remove sap by scraping and wiping off that with methylated spirit. Spot primer with 2 coats, or spot primer rather, with 2 cones of a shellac-based primer. Then apply 1 to 2 full coats of Ultima wood primer. Proceed to paint with an acrylic emulsion that dries quickly and won't yellow.
Yeah, so save up to 20% off all your 1 and 5 gallon BH Ultima Plus and Perma paints this Christmas season. I need to check them. Decorate like a Design Diva free color event with the Design Diva herself, Karen Booker, this Saturday, November 16 from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the New Budget Supplies on Hagley Park Road. So you hear that? Save your 20% on your 1 and 5 gallon BH Ultima Plus and Perma paints this Christmas.
Yeah, and you can meet and greet and shop, benefit from that 20% off tomorrow as well. Design Diva, you know her, Karen Booker, will be at the New Budget Supplies location on Hagley Park Road from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. tomorrow, November 16. So go out and benefit from that. Are you a DIYer?
Sometimes, and I have a lot of experience in a lot of things, but people wouldn't know because I don't really talk about it, Tana. But I can paint. I have done some semblance of construction work, both here in Jamaica.
Some semblance of construction work.
Yeah,
what did you do?
Mixing marl,
Okay.
laying blocks, that
You
type of
have
thing.
laid blocks.
Yes, I've laid blocks. As a matter of fact, what a lot of people won't know, when I was younger, actually, when I was more of a child, I got the opportunity to tie goats because my mother is originally from Trelawney. So, yeah. I used
Then
to
Sandra,
tie
everybody
goats.
know do that.
No.
Yes.
No, I'm Kingstonian, so, me tie goat,
Okay.
go down a yam ground. Yeah, go, yeah. And that's why I love going to Trelawney. Listen, when I go to Trelawney and I'm going to my relatives, I tell them that I am hungry and they know what to do because they're going to dig me fresh yam out of God's green earth.
Yeah.
And they're going to cook that for me with some saltfish. And that is just heaven for me. So if Auntie Curleen is listening, just know that I'm planning to come down real soon. Because, yeah, man, I've experienced those things. And in the backyard, there is chicken coop as well. Yeah. So, Tana, I
Have
could
you ever
go,
killed a chicken?
I've witnessed it. I didn't kill it myself. I helped.
Were you traumatized?
No, I wasn't actually. I helped to drain it. I remember that
Okay.
much. I helped to. I never milked a cow though, but I need to take that one off my bucket list. But yeah, I've done a number of things. I've helped to manage a construction site at one point too. I've done painted bus stops and crosswalks and the whole works. Yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I've lived a little. I don't want Juliet to get too excited now, cause no man, I intend. Listen, I am glad they made Heart free now, cause you see a man like me now, and the car thing. Sometimes I don't understand what the mechanics saying, and them overcharge me. So I'm probably forgot on a jaggers one of them there. Go take one course or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I want to get into woodwork though. I like the woodwork thing. It seems interested as a hobby, you know, as a hobby. There's some DIY things that I would want to do as a hobby, because I see this what's his name, this dad on the internet that just goes around and he just builds like stuff for his kids. It's really cool. He just uses wood and he's a DIYer and he's really good at it. I like it. So that I can tell you, sometimes
What kind of yam, Sandra?
Oh gosh, yellow yam. Yellow yam, nice. Trelawney, yellow yam, man. Yes, I am a yellow yam person through and through, but there's something different about Trelawney's yellow yam, and you guys know it as well, because that is why Bolt can run how him run. It is the Trelawney yellow yam. There's something special about it, man. I tell you. Yeah. I might have bias, but yeah, man. I love some proper Trelawney yellow yam. We're in Trelawney. YFN side. I don't want to get too specific, but YFN side. That not a lot. It would be in South Trelawney, but they call South Trelawney Top Trelawney. I don't understand it because I'm like, it's South Trelawney. But yeah, I love going down to South Trelawney as often as I can. Of course, now they're in their political season, but that have nothing to do with me and my yellow yam. But yeah,
now you have people sending me pictures of their meals.
Wow,
with yellow yam.
Because yellow yam is
and
something
saltfish.
is something else. Like, it's something else when you get it fresh. I remember the last time I went down, it was at evening, and things just weren't going good for me that evening because I'm taking long to pick me up, and I was like, listen to me, I need some food. So I went down and I just smelled the yam being cooked for me. The yam, not even the saltfish, the yam. I was like, if this is heaven, I'd live here. And yeah, so no, I'm not. I don't think I would want my final home, at my home to be in Kingston. Actually, I want to have somewhere we can have like a farm and thing. Yeah. Those are my aspirations. Other people won't believe it because I do prefer to pay for certain things now, but I would want to do. When you have that passion to just do things for yourself, by yourself, with yourself, and you just enjoy it. But no, when you're in the hustle and the bustle of the city, you're like, no way, no way.
Yeah, the slowdown happens outside of Kingston.
It does. Oh gosh.
Yeah. All right. Gonna take a break. When we come back, we tell some very special people happy birthday and happy anniversary. If it's your birthday, put it in the chat.
Painting Tips was brought to you by BH Paints. Paint it, love it with BH Paints.
Are we on air?
Make a plan to stay on top of your mortgage. Stick to it. Pay on time. The time by the MHD is
8:46.
The Birthday Club is brought to you by Burger King, the best tasting burger under the sun.
Know it was love. The next thing I felt was you holding me close.
And you know, when it's this time, it's my time, it's that time. It is indeed the time of the morning. It is indeed November 15, 2024. Ain't nobody loves you, listeners, like I do. You'll hear others come, others will talk, but ain't nobody love you like I do. I'm biased. I'm biased for you, listeners. I'm biased for you, YouTubers as well. I'm just biased for you guys. That's just the truth of it all. But this song being played, it's not just for my love for you, listeners, but we have a special anniversary greeting. So we're wishing happy anniversary to Dr. Michael Abrams and his wife Gail Abrams. We're wishing you a wonderful day, lots more years. Yes, years upon years upon years from the kids Alia, Zachary, and Zane, and Jermaine, and the rest of the family. We're wishing you a very happy anniversary. Drop the song again, Jermaine.
Also celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday to Ali Boo, Ashley Levy, Michaela Menendez. It's your birthday. Happy birthday also to Kaden Farquharson, Doreen Grant, Kelly Thompson. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Tash Red, Teresa Morgan, Courtney Edwards, Sean Royal. It's your birthday. Happy birthday to you.
All right.
Hope you guys have a really good day.
I'm seeing in the chat. Happy sweet 16th birthday to my daughter Samoya on Sunday, November 17th out there in New York. Daddy loves you. That's from George Walters, wishing you a happy birthday when it comes, Samoya. I see them in the chat. Send your birthday greetings in the chat. Andrea Francis saying happy birthday tomorrow to Jason Hamilton, coming from mom and family. And Tana, I think this one is for you from Trevor Fram. Okay. Says Tana, could you big up my son Samir Francis on his birthday? I hope he lives to see many, many more.
Happy birthday to you, Samir. Hope you have a really, really amazing day. Unbothered Chico sending happy birthday greetings. This one says, please join me in celebrating my beloved grandmother, Mrs. Beatrice Amanda Dinall Blake, aka Auntie B, there in Four Parts, Clarendon, on her 99th birthday today. Ooh. Happy birthday to you, Auntie B. Hope you have a really, really amazing day.
Right. I see from Carleen Sangster, happy birthday to my princess Martina Ivy, coming from her mom Charlene. Love her to the moon and back. It will be tomorrow. That's Saturday the 16th. Wishing you a happy birthday when it comes, Martina. Angela Steph says happy birthday to Leroy Livingston. Big up yourself, Leroy, wherever you are on your strong, as it were. Do we have any more, Tana?
Did you say happy birthday to Maisha?
No, not yet.
Maisha Mohan. Happy birthday to you. It's belated birthday greetings to Maisha Mohan, coming from Cornell Mohan. Celebrated your 21st birthday. Hope you had a really good one.
All right. I am seeing here happy birthday to Althea May. God continues to bless you. That's from Rocky Williams. Happy birthday, Althea. Hope you have a great year. As the new song says, one more year upon them. Rodney Russell is wishing happy birthday to Kenroy Russell, who works at the Black River High School, and he's wishing you the best. You're his son, and he's wishing you the best. So big up yourself, Kenroy. Rodney is wishing you a happy birthday.
Are those all the birthdays? I see Andrea Francis here sending greetings to nephew celebrating his birthday today. And she says, love you, Andre. So happy birthday to you, Andre, from Andrea Francis. Those are all the birthdays. Happy birthday to you if you're celebrating your birthday today. If it's your anniversary, happy anniversary to you as well.
The Birthday Club was brought to you by Burger King, the best tasting burger under the sun.
I always have the will to try and fight for you listeners. I fight sleep every morning to get up before the city lights for you guys. And that is why I know that I'm excited here this Friday morning. And Tana, it was a good show. And my listeners are here. When I wake up before the city lights for my listeners, I remember that it's just me and them, me and them. So next time I go to Trelawney, I'll think about you while eating the yellow yam. You know how it is. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I'm Sandra Roden.
Let us say thanks, Andre, to our technical operator and the musical maestro, Jermaine King, our super producer, Michelle McCrae-Smith, our super editor, Kimon Thompson, all of you that make this show possible, our YouTubers, our listeners. Up next is the Consumer Hour with Norgay Banton, and at 10, Cliff Hughes Online with Tyrone Reed. I'm Tana Thomas.
And I'm Sandra Roden again.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You've just heard Nationwide this morning on Nationwide 90 FM.
I live among the creatures of the night. I haven't got the will to try and fight against a new tomorrow, so I guess I'll just believe it. Tomorrow never knows. I said night. I'm living in the forest of a dream. I know the night is not as it would seem. I must believe in something, so I'll make myself believe it. This night will never go.
Fearless and fair, Nationwide 90.